morning. This is JahLogic, and you're watching the Morning Rant. And for those of you watching live, this is the late as fuck edition. Yes, we are super late this morning. And with me, I have my two co-hosts, J58 from Straight Up in the Morning. Salute, good brother.
What's going on, people? Good morning.
And of course, we got the homie Steph, aka StepGotJokes.
Yeah, what's up, man? Good morning, everybody. Everybody that's in the chat.
Yeah, all is well, all is well. I mean, I don't even know if we're gonna have people in the live chat today. I mean, it is the holiday. Labor Day, late as fuck edition. You know what I'm saying? So, I know we got the best audience in the world, but you know, people probably wanted to hear us earlier, and then wanted to get about their barbecuing. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see what happens. We might have some people pull up on us later. We might have VeeSmilez pull up on us later. I don't know. I think she was out partying. You know what I mean? On some pre-Labor Day, on some pseudo Juve vibes. You know what I mean? Those of you who know what Juve is, you know, in New York, we got Juve, which is like a pre-Labor Day Caribbean parade celebration, which that's usually what I do on this day. But yeah, it goes down. Oh, okay. We got a couple chats pulling in. You know what I'm saying? We got Kelso. What's good? Kelso says real one still tapping in. All right. Salute.
Kelso.
Salute.
Yeah. It's the top of the morning. Good people. Top of the morning to you, man. You know what I mean? Kelso, you see, we actually still early for you because you're on West Coast time. So, but those for us on the East Coast Standard Time, we late as fuck. We late as fuck this morning. You know what I mean? But you know, fuck it, we still gonna put in that work. You know what I mean? Still gonna put in that work. And I think we got a couple more people chiming in. Let's see who's in the building before we even get the day started. Let's see who pulls up. Let's see who's a real one. Okay, Mills Lane's a real one. Holiday Ranters. Yes, happy holiday to you. You know,
Holiday.
Yo.
Jason King, what's good, bro? We gotta get you up here one day, man. Jason King.
What's up, bro?
Good morning to you, Jason King. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of holidays and Labor Day and all that, as a real New Yorker, I don't even know what the fuck Labor Day even is outside of the Caribbean Labor Day parade. I would keep it real. I know it's probably some history that I should know there. I just never gave a fuck to know, because to me, Labor Day just meant go to Eastern Parkway and find you something new. You know what I mean? Dance on, find you something to whine on. Steph, I don't think you ever been to. Have you ever been to the city? You ever been to the city yet? So in the city, we got our Labor Day falls on the same day as the day we use to have our Caribbean parade. I don't like to say West Indian because that's basically Christopher Columbus went west looking for Indians. So I don't like to say West Indian, but that's the day we do the parade, the Caribbean parade. And you know, some call it the Labor Day parade, some call it the West Indian parade, some call it Juve, which is the shit from the night before. The night before, there's an all-night party in the streets in Brooklyn, and then everybody meets up on the actual parkway called Eastern Parkway, and we have a parade full of floats and music, Caribbean music. You know what I mean? Each float represents a different country, and women be out there wearing close to nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it goes down. It goes down. So I had to say this. For me, Labor Day only meant that. Growing up in New York City, like, I didn't give a fuck about what the concept of the holiday was. It was go to that fucking parade. Louisville in the league says, what up? What up to you?
What up, bro?
Chris Jones says, morning, my peoples. Good morning to you. You know what I'm saying?
Good morning.
If there's any other New Yorkers in the building, even though I know J58's from New York,
shout out.
Could you, could you chime in about this Labor Day parade? And then, so here's the thing, right? So the Labor Day parade has got increasingly worse as well. So that's the other thing. So, yeah, it's not even just the crime made the city give them an excuse to try to shut it down. You know,
early, very early,
right?
How it used to be,
right? And then the night before, the party in the streets from the night before is that shit usually goes down like this. A lot of like niggas be fighting. You know what I mean? Crazy shit go down.
Stab the shot at least once.
At least one. So that shit made them give them the excuse to be like, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make them we're gonna make it more orderly, you know what I'm saying? And that shit usually kill the vibe. Your mic is on Teddy Riley.
I was just saying, yeah, when it's alcohol, thousands of people or hundreds of people out partying, dog, something gonna happen, bro. It's just what it is. The numbers are, it's hard to bet against it.
Yeah.
So it ain't. Oh, and I realize when it's black people. I'm going to my black shit early. When it's black people, motherfuckers be acting like it's a niggas don't know how to act. You can't give them nothing. Da, 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 da. Like white people don't do the same shit when they be partying out all night, getting drunk. Like that's what liquor does to situations.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, but then when you mix West Indian people, it gets.
Nah, you can't even see. That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. First
level, it's an abundance of people there, but then like the main. I'm not just pointing out the West Indian people. Of course, I'm West Indian. I got in my family, but it gets real.
Nah, man, see, this is the thing, though, bro. It's not the Caribbean, and I'm gonna say Caribbean because Caribbean comes from the term from the natives called Caribs. So I like to say Caribs versus West Indian. But this is the thing. It's not even the Caribbean people. I always knew it was always a fact that once you go to that parade and you see niggas with American flags on, that's when the shit about to pop off. It ain't the Caribbean people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the motherfuckers that come through drunk, piggybacking off of the parade. You know what I'm saying? Piggybacking off of that shit. Them the ones that's always bugging the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you saying they didn't land on Plymouth Rock?
Yeah.
Nah.
Now I'm trying to tell you, like, Steph, we putting you on to some real shit right now. You never been, but this is like the highlight of New York City. Like all year, all summer, definitely all summer, motherfuckers is waiting for this shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That sounds kind of sad, bro.
It's
this is, you don't understand, bro. This shit is Eastern Parkway is probably like 5 miles long, maybe a little more, like 5 miles of ass. Are you serious? You know what I mean? Like from every borough. And you got to understand, a borough in the city is equivalent to a city.
Right.
So imagine 5 cities congregating in 1 5 mile radius, and women are wearing close to nothing. And mind you, we don't have warm weather all year round. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this thing is like towards the end of the summer. It's like the highlight. You know what I mean? Like all summer you doing your thing. You got backyard parties. You got bashments going on. And then you got at the end of the summer, you got this one big congregation, and you got Caribbean music. You don't got just, trap and all this dumb shit. You got Caribbean music and good vibe.
That might be the one up y'all got, cause I like that up north music, man. Y'all more cultured. The shit we listen to down here is pretty much the same shit you hear on the radio.
Nah, that's a little bit everywhere, but we get a break from that shit when we get to go to this, this parade. But like I was telling 5'8", when you see them American flags come through the audience, through the crowd, that's when them motherfuckers ain't here to celebrate culture.
Right.
They here to harass women and look for ops. You see what I'm saying? And that's when it go down. You see what I'm saying? So
everything.
And they shit get fucked up. You know what I mean? Because they get to blend in the crowd because the crowd is so crazy. Like it's that crazy. But
bro, yo, Steph, it's like the Big Pimpin' video in front of you. Crazy. It's like the Big Pimpin' video.
Times 10.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to these comments. So Jason King says, them shit's been crazy. I remember going a few times. Chris says, mostly every year I go to the West Indian parade. Jason King says, I always went for the food and the ladies. Forget the floats. See, this is the thing about that. The ladies follow the floats. So you got to follow the ladies.
Follow the ladies.
And then you have to follow in the floats. You see what I'm saying? That's how that shit go. You feel me? So you end up like shorty's following the float. And then this the other thing, Steph, you got to like hop you got to hop the barricade to get the actual street. So the parkway, you know what I'm saying? You got one side of the street, the other side, then you got 2 islands in the street, right? You got street, you got sidewalk street on both sides, right? So it's real wide because it's a parkway, you know what I mean? So they usually put a barricade between like the side part, you know what I mean, where you can go eat your food and hang out, and then where the floats are. So you got to hop the shit, you know what I mean, and then jump and run behind the females and shit like that. So Chris Jones says like 3 p.m. early. Yeah, like the party starts from the night before. You see what I'm saying? The party starts the afternoon the night before, leading into the next day. Kelso says too much Henny and too many ops equal violence. That's a fact.
I agree.
Laura Vell says, I'm doing a liquid fast on this Labor Day. All right, well, salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Get healthy, get right. Jason King says, granted, them floats they build up were crazy, full of speakers. Always a good time, but dudes fuck it up when you bring your girl in some crazy outfit, laugh out loud. Then you on guard duty all day. Yeah, that's a fact. Like, you never want to bring your lady to that fucking parade.
Nah.
If you do, you're not going to enjoy that shit. Because one, you gotta protect her from the dudes that's running up trying to either dance on her or just violate. And then two, you can't look at nothing else. This is all out there. You feel me? So you can't break your neck. You feel me? And so like I said, to me, this holiday always represented going out there and getting something new until I couldn't no more. Then it was like, well, I enjoy the food and the music, but in the sights, but I couldn't indulge no more.
Yo, fam, that was me at Mardi Gras. I couldn't look at nothing. I'm talking about women really taking their shirts off. I'm like,
you was with your lady? Oh, you go to Mardi Gras with your lady, bro?
She brought me. That's all. Without this was ex. This is an ex, but this was her. This is her city. You know what I'm saying? She from New Orleans. So when she brought me there, she showed me the ropes and everything. So I can't disrespect her. Not in her hometown.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Jason says, never bring this sand to the beach. And Redemption says, good morning. Good morning, Redemption. Good morning to you. Slim says, peace and good morning. Good morning to you as well. Peace, Slim. Always good to see you guys in the chat. Twirl Spoke said, yo, he just got up. Yo, I'm gonna hit you up behind the scenes, bro. I definitely want to holler at you. And if we don't get to the story that you're involved with, because you were involved with a story that we want to talk about, we'll get to you no later than tomorrow. But definitely just check your inbox soon. And Redemption says, like carnival. Yeah, it is carnival. You know what I mean? That's another word for it. Carnival. It is New York City's version of carnival. You know what I mean? And shit is crazy. Like, but what we say all that to say this Labor Day is kind of whack because we're not going to be able to have that in the city.
No big functions.
Yeah, like that's a dub. But even if it was, I'm not going, right? I know I wouldn't be going to that shit.
That's a dub.
You know what I mean? I've seen videos of people still partying and shit. I'm not with the shits. I'm not with it. You know what I mean? So people still out there trying to party this Labor Day weekend. I'm not with it. I mean, and Laura says, hey, you trying to kick knowledge? Yeah, man. Christopher Columbus went west looking for Indians, and they call motherfuckers West Indian. I'm not with that. So I'd rather call them Caribs, which was the actual warlike tribe.
I respect that.
Of the indigenous tribes that were in the Americas. So at the Taínos, you got the Arawaks, and they got the Caribs. And the Caribs were the ones that were known to be more warlike. So I definitely will call us Caribbean versus West Indian. Slim says that shit sound like a Black Bike Week. It is like Black Bike Week, but it's
more exclusive.
Mm-hmm. It's crazier. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say more exclusive, but it's just crazier. Black Bike Week. I know you got women out there. You got the bikes. You know what I mean? You got the party attribute. You know what I mean? But this shit right here, yo, when you go home, you need like a day to sleep that shit off. Like this shit is crazy,
bro.
Yo,
what you sounded like Panama Beach all throughout March. All throughout March is when they take spring break. So all the college students fly there for during their spring break and spend the week there, and it'd be like a bunch of different college students there. And it's like literally packed everywhere you go. The clubs are packed. The beach is packed. The beach is crazy. The beach is a club itself, right? And you can carry liquor on and drink outside on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what you described sounds like that.
It is. I guess you could say it is like that.
Except y'all got ops out there. When you go to there, you don't know nobody out there because everybody visiting.
Right. Now we got a lot of visitors too, but remember, it's still in Brooklyn.
Right.
I'm saying, so it's still people who actually live there. That's still, you know what I'm saying.
But don't nobody live in Panama.
Right.
East Parkway is a strip, but keep in mind, there's whole other blocks going back and forth. So everybody just congregating to the, you know, the whole situation.
Hey, but what kind of hater you gotta be to be like, man, yeah, I know them bitch ass niggas from 33rd finna be out there. We finna take the B train and go murk these niggas in the middle of a parade.
Yo, man,
With
sometimes what happens is you just see them there.
Yeah.
If you see them, they not finna just drop the beef sometimes. Like the beef, it is what it is. So they just, you know, it is what it is. They don't really care. You feel me? But I guess in retrospect, what you said earlier, it is sad because we don't have too many scenarios where we can walk and drink in the city. You know what I mean? You gotta know, you gotta think New York City is one of the most populated cities in this country, bro. So like if we can't really have too much shit like that where we could just walk around and drink and be on some, you know, Vegas style type shit. We can't really do that because then the murder rate would been went up. You know what I mean? Kelso says, are the Guyana chicks there? They are the hidden gems in NY. Of course.
Yeah.
Everybody's present. Everybody's present. Every country is present.
You'll see by the flags. They flag. Everybody's flagging.
Everybody has their flag on. I remember I was out there with a big Haitian flag shirt one year. You know what I mean? So, Chico, what's good, man? Peace, fan. He says, peace, fan. Peace to you, man. I think you in LA right now. Seeing some pictures where you in LA doing it up. That's what's up, man. Have fun. Be safe. Have fun. Kalila says, good morning, fellas. Good morning. Good morning, Kalila. Good morning.
Hey.
And she says, why y'all don't wear sunglasses? I don't know. You mean in New York City? Why we don't wear sunglasses? You gotta elaborate. I don't know. Why we don't? I don't know. Why we don't wear sunglasses. I mean, I do at times, but you definitely can't wear sunglasses all year round in the city because it get cold. That's for one. And then two, you know, you look kind of crazy in the city. We got buildings blocking out the sun. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I still wear sunglasses, so I don't know.
Like how it used to be, they'll look at you like you're a weirdo.
Chris says, yeah, or look for a barricade that has cracks open a way to get into the streets and dance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what she's saying. She just said, when y'all with y'all girls so y'all can see the eye candy.
Oh, yeah, that's essential. Yeah. Okay.
All right, we respect.
Lokes. That's what they call them. I don't know what y'all call them now. We call them lokes. The dark tinted glasses so you can can't nobody see your eyes.
Yeah, so Kalila, there's a trick to that most men do, right? And I don't know if you can get away with it at the parade because you be saying it all day. But in regular life, you just be like, baby, would you look at what this girl wearing? Look at this shit. Just look at that shit. The fuck she doing, man?
This was messing it up for female, man. I can't respect that. Right? Look at this shit.
Look at the fuck what she. But you can do that at the parade because you know you're gonna blow that swindle up. You know what I mean? Like I just did. But anyway,
too much free game, Logic.
Man. Chris says, yeah, me too. I can respect that as well. Laura Vanna League says, I'm going to Carnival in NYC one of these days. Yo, man, let's just hope this Corona shit ever get under control. Because if that shit don't get under control, there ain't no more Carnival, man. You feel me? But I'm gonna tell you like this: Carnival been increasingly getting worse because of the restrictions they put on it because of the shit that been happening. You know what I'm saying? So, like even the Juve part, that's probably been the funner part. It's more dangerous because it's all night. It's literally at night. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the shit is getting increasingly worse because of the more restrictions. Kelso says on site Kanye voice. Mills Lane says it's on site culture. He's also laughing with Kelso. And Kalila says, oh yeah, she says smooth move, guys. Yeah, that's that's the move. Would you look at that shit? Would you look what make her go out the house dressing like that?
Shorty looking crazy right now. Look at her.
Oh, hey, do some shit be like, hey, ain't that the girl that you was friends with?
Did you used to work with her? I think I used to go to school with her.
Oh, nah. Oh, my bad. I ain't have to.
Virginia Sims says, how are the cops? Are they relaxed on some fuck shit? You know what? So this is the thing. We trying to be relaxed today. We want to be on some holiday type time. I got like a gang of news to talk about, but I want to be relaxed myself. So what I'm gonna do for you is you ask a good question. You said, are the cops relaxed? Now, sometimes So the Juve the night before, the cops are, you know what I mean? They're on one. I seen cops on horses beating the shit out of motherfuckers and with nightsticks at the night before party, right? But during the parade, for the most part, the cops are pretty much lax because you cannot stop that many people from having fun. And sometimes the cops have fun as well. So I'm gonna play a video for you guys, a classic video of the cops at the parade. And this is going to answer your question right here. And let me see. Yeah, I think this is one of the videos right here. And all right, so I think this is one of the videos, and I'm not sure if the dude got in trouble for this video, but I don't know. I think he probably got away with it because he's white. And then of course, you know, black people, we love to kind of like, you know, we see a white dude, you know, black people do some nut shit. So check this out.
Oh yeah.
This is the parade, and this is a Trinidadian woman who decided to wind up on a cop mid parade, and of course everybody stood around and cheered her on and all that dumb shit. So I'm not going to play the I'm not going to play that. So yeah, these are cops dancing. Steph, I don't know if you're looking. I think you need to watch this, bro.
Yo, your man is.
This is the parade we're describing, and all of the females wanted to dance with these white cops. So, yeah. So yeah, the cops are pretty relaxed. You know what I mean? They're enjoying it. Yeah, as you can see, they're enjoying their time. And even the cops get some. And this is a hater who made a video about it. Fuck out of here, hater.
First of all, it's not rated all. I think that the cops should do that.
I don't think they should do that either. They need to fire those unprofessional ass cops, just like they fired the brother who was sitting there making TikTok videos in his car in his uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
keep that same energy.
At the same time, I feel like the guy who made the video, I don't like where he was coming from. The little bit I heard when I tried to play it, I heard him like say something vaguely of like, not American parade, well, West Indian parade. You know what I mean? So I don't like where he was coming from. My thing is, I don't like that they was cooning a little bit. But at the same time, yeah, cops are having fun out there. To answer your question, Virginia Slim, cops are out there getting ass too. And yeah, that's, and Jason King says, laugh out loud, hell yeah, bash the chick with the cake out. And then King says, wifey be like, I know, right? And then Lorville in the league says, did y'all see Cardi B and Candace Owens go at it online? I seen the thumbnail of it. I didn't watch it.
I heard about it, but I ain't see it.
But if I might look for it and see if there's like a short video of it, because we definitely don't want to watch the whole argument, but we'll see what's up. And let me ask Steph if he's seen it when Steph comes back. I think he's pulling up right now. Chris Jones says, that's a fact. Some people look for that to start some trouble. Thus, I'm sick or like Logic just say, sometimes you just bump into them, then shit happens. Late one time I was dancing with a girl and this guy got stabbed right in back of me, and some people on the side where I was at was running. Oh wow, that's crazy.
My camera just blacked out and I don't know why.
How back in? You know, 12 Talk Sports says police are never laid back. I mean, we just seen a video of them, you know what I'm saying, getting cheeks on the parkway. So
that was just one set though. You know what I'm saying? One decent set.
I've seen a video of that happening multiple times though. Like every year I see a video of like cops getting dubbed on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't call it. Lord Bell says little horny devil. He's talking about the cops. And Kelso says the hump move is nuts. Yeah,
your man went in. Your man went in.
Oh, I'm about to pull that shit back up. He definitely wasn't whining. He was humping. He was definitely humping. He was not whining, as what we like to call it in that culture. Gotta whine. Gotta relax. You know what I mean? This motherfucker was not whining. This motherfucker was humping. Let's look at that shit again. Oh, this nigga.
My man, food.
This nigga was humping.
Yeah. Look at your man.
He was humping the shit out of there. Right there. There.
There you go.
Look at the niggas on the side of him. Yeah, go on, officer.
Get him first, Patrick. Get him.
Oh man. Nah, but yeah, man, you see this shit stuff? It be like even more packed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is crazy. This shit is a dope time, you feel me? But Corona killed everything this summer, bro.
Yeah, that shit hit different with the Rona.
However, I seen some Instagram videos. Vanessa Smilez still was out there partying. So I think she's still tired. I think that's why she not here. So there's people that still find a party. Mocha too was at a party yesterday.
Man, shout out to Mocha Vanessa for not being afraid of the boogie man Corona.
Chris Joe says, I come with my Trinidad and Tobago flag on. Boy. Virginia Slim says, yeah, that's how it was when I went to Carnival in UK. The cops were with the shits. Yeah, I seen a video that I could have played too, but they wanted me to sign in for it, so I ain't signed in. But yeah, I seen that I think it's called the Notting Hill Carnival or something like that. I think they was on it like that too out there. You're right. Kelso says, a little horny devil. You laughing at that quote from Lord Vell. Lord Vell says, I would have been humping as well. Brown booty is essential.
Yeah, she had a big though.
And Kelso says, beat the boom boom. Beat the boom. Yeah, so as you can't tell, this is the Labor Day chat. We taking it easy. Like I said, there's a lot of stories to talk about. But we kind of just taking it light, you know what I mean? We started extremely late, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I feel like taking a chance. Usually when we play music mid-show, people don't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like all this talk of Labor Day parade as far as Caribbean culture goes in NYC got me in the mood to show my first music video cameo. You know what I'm saying? And my first time in a music video, cameo in a music video with an actual acting role was in a reggae video. You know what I'm saying? So tell me, am I bugging? Let me see in the chat. Y'all want to see me in a reggae video? I had a speaking role and everything. I'm gonna give y'all like a minute to tell us in the chat. This is laughing. Chris says there are multiple times when them pigs be relaxed and dancing with ladies. Go ahead, Steph.
Nah. Hey, go ahead. Say a few lines for us and we'll let you know.
I wasn't talking in patois in the video. I was just in the video. I was being myself, so I wasn't going to pretend to be what I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I am of Haitian descent. I am not Jamaican. I have a lot of Jamaican friends. You know what I mean? But I don't. I never was in a video with a fake Jamaican accent. That first time that first time I did that was when we did the when we imitated the Marley son. That was, Rohan, I think his name is, right? Yeah. Let me see. So do y'all want to see the video? So let me see. Redemption says this should be interesting, Ja. And Kelso says booyaka. And Chico says, I seen a poster advertising the parade for this year in Prospect Park. Okay, so they probably gonna have a party, but Prospect Park is nothing compared to the Parkway, as you know, Chico, because you be in New York. But yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Kelso says, run that, man. Okay. Redemption says, Steph setting Ja up.
Yeah.
Chris says, I want to see it. Okay. Yasin says, I'll pay. How much? You donate more than enough, man. I just want to see if y'all want to see it. Kelso says, Yachty man vibes. And Kalila says, go ahead, Logic, do it. All right. Y'all asked for it. So I was in a video, I want to say 2010, where I played a guy in the video. You'll just see the video for yourself. But this is from my good friend, Donnie Yarders. His name is Donnie Yarders. And the name of the song was One For Me. And is featuring Mr. Easy, that guy who sing that She Drive Me Crazy. That shit. So yeah, Lord Vell says Logic was a shotter in the video. I wasn't necessarily a shotter. Actually, I feel like I played myself. I feel like I was just myself in the video. But let's check it out. One For Me from Donnie Artist featuring Mr. Easy. Yeah, so we're gonna run that.
What? Every time you take me to a Jamaican restaurant, man.
Oh, I don't like this little YouTube shit in the front. Oh, let me get it right. I don't want to fuck the experience up. All right, let's go.
What? Every time you take me to a Jamaican restaurant, man, there's nobody behind the counter.
Service. Yeah, I get the body every time we hear you. Restaurant sell food and sell body. We're not even talking. Yo, when we get the cabbage and the corn.
Yeah. Yo, let me get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Yo, I know this guy, man. You do music, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. You like the music thing, man. I know it, man. That's Sean Kingston, man. Serving food, Sean. Yeah.
I love it that bad,
babe. Chicken. Jerk chicken. They calling me a jerk. I want jerk chicken.
Just a man a dealing chicken.
Yo, easy. Why cook food now, man?
Mr. Easy. Yo, beach on the boards. Alright. Oh, yeah. You are the one for me, you know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl. Oh yeah.
Yo, you think that I've had the new king for the gal and the woman when me sing, sip me drink, sing. Yeah, ready for your baby. Girl like how you feel my baby. Girl, you are the real time mother with the hot girl finger more of it. Bang it up, make you shake and shiver, make you get real wet just like a river. Me I go murder that, just call me killer.
You are the one for me, you know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl.
Yo, my chicken jerks. You having a party back there?
You know me doing it well. You know the way me do me thing, me have a honor a spell. Me have a love where I come from Cali, London, Germany. Then me go to Africa, down to Mali. When me pass through, them say me love it, and them say me love it to be able to think about you daily. You owe me your soul with the body, you feel me. You feel good, tell me sincerely. Tell me what you need, tell me your dreams and your wishes. You know my idol when I eat certain dishes. You know, say that them hate me, but me get love from my ladies. All of my ladies bring forth beautiful babies like Susanna Mercedes. Anytime me enter, please remember my birthday, that's in November, December.
You are the one for me, you know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl. Oh yeah.
Hold on, give me your time. Let me tell you how I feel. Let me tell you you're fine. You know me love the shape and me love the design, but bigger than that, and me love it divine. Girl from the band, loving her. You know me love the shape and you know me love the figure, but bigger than that, and me love it to memory. Girl, me love the stories you tell me.
You are the one for me. You know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl. Oh yeah. You are the one for me, you know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl. Oh yeah.
Hey, Logic.
Yo.
I don't like the way they did you in this video, man. They did you like Ice-T and Law and Order. Gave that nigga 2 lines.
I mean,
nigga said, yeah, the jerk chicken.
I mean, you know, not for in the video, you know what I'm saying, wasn't about me, it wasn't about video. So, you know what I'm saying? Also, I forgot to click a certain setting, so I don't know how the actual audio came out. The certain audio setting I'm supposed to click to make things sound a little crispier. But at the same time, you know, the concept in the beginning I felt was cool enough. Like I was kind of joking on the fact that you know, the service in the Jamaican restaurant is always bad. It's always horrible in the Jamaican restaurant. The service, the food is excellent, but the service is always trash. You know what I'm saying?
We know that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So they try to call, he said Rasta Man will deal with chicken, you know what I mean? Try to play me. But nah, and then I called him Sean Kingston. I thought it was a fun time. I'm gonna go to the comments. But I was happy to be part of this. I also behind the scenes was like assisting with the production too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I learned a lot. And so let me go to the comments. And I'll play this video again at the end of the show, and I'll play it on a certain setting so you can get the magnitude of the actual song. You know what I'm saying? 12 Talk says Patois G's, I'm in tears. Jason King says laugh out loud at Ice-T. Let me see. Laura says what you want. Laugh out loud. Yeah, the service in the Jamaican restaurant is well known to be like trash. You're gonna wait or they're gonna give you an attitude, but the food is worth it. The food is worth it every time. Lord Bell says, I like reggae because you don't know what they're saying 50% of the time, but the beats have you move. Yeah, I feel that. And Redemption says, cue the random stoner guitarist. Yo, not for nothing. So the guitarist, that's my man Alex. That was my man Alex. And he's real nice with the guitar. So they used them on the track and they put him in the video. So, you know, we just showing love, you know what I'm saying? But Alex is definitely dope. A guitarist. He actually played some strings on in a song that was in one of my movies as well. He's a good dude. Chico says I'm in LEX dancing. That's what's up. I'm glad to know we with you. And Chris says the video is lit. Salute. You know what I mean? We definitely had a lot of fun shooting this. Sleep says, aka Sleazy Aki says, King Soul definitely laughing at one of the things King Soul was saying. King Soul was saying, all y'all needed was Pop Smoke on and on a verse, and y'all was out of here. This is I'm gonna say about 10 years ago. So this is before Pop Smoke was
he was legit when this dropped.
Yeah, he was a young boy, you know what I'm saying? We OGs at this point, so yeah. But and then he said, what the fuck? Was this shot in 93, 95? Nah, it wasn't shot that long ago. But I'm gonna tell you like this. The video, this is before HD was a thing. This was before HD was a thing, right? So, and this is also before DSLR cameras, and I'm talking production talk for y'all who know, follow me. This is before cameras got smaller and smaller and smaller. This is before you can even fucking shoot on your phone. So we had to have big ass cameras, you know what I mean? Big ass lenses, you know what I mean? Like it was a lot going on behind the scenes with this video. So it may look like it was old. It's not super old, but this is before HD and small cameras became a thing. And as you can see, the quality is still decent because, you know, it's still well put together. And the colorist is what made it look like this kind of vibe. That's the colorist. We actually had a colorist in the production. So it might have looked more bright or whatever, you know what I mean, if we didn't use the colorist, but the colorist made sure that all of the shots had a similar look. Laura Vell says the song is good. Salute. Maybe we'll bring Donnie Yarders on the show one day, and, you know what I mean, and we'll get some more music out of him. Kalila says, Steph with the moves. I see you. She saw you over there dancing.
Yeah, you see me.
Partner Ish is laughing and says salute. Kalila says, get it, Steph. Laura Vell says, Logic, have you ever done voiceovers? You could play a evil villain. Also, bro, did look like Sean Kingston. Yeah, I baked him. That was my man. That's my dude in real life, but I had to get him. I had to bake him in the actual video. I baked him. Yeah. And Sean Kingston says, Bomba Clyde. And Yeah, man. People are laughing. I'm glad y'all had fun. I'm glad we had fun with it. Maybe I'll play another video I was in if y'all ask for it. But you know, that's a video I was in. And let me see. And then it says, I want my chicken jerk. Did I hear that? Yes, that's what I said. That's what I said. So now, mind you, I was improvising, so it was no real script. We just knew like, yo, y'all gonna come in. He's gonna be first. He's gonna be a cook. Then he's gonna be a like some type of player Don type of Jamaican dude that comes in and takes her to the party. Then he's gonna be the thug. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I did say that. I want my chicken jerk, but not jerked. I said jerk. So it was like I was calling him a jerk, but I was playing on words, jerk chicken. And in the beginning, I said the same thing, chicken jerk. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then King Soul is laughing at Donnie's collar. Almost looked like it was before color was a thing. Oh, talking about the color. Hilarious. Kelso says, hey yo, pause. He's right. That's what I said in the video. King says it was a lot going on, but you even felt better shooting with them big ass cameras. Felt like you were doing something big. Now anybody can do it. That's a fact.
Hey, but why did it took Kelso for me to realize that was a pause moment. I didn't even catch it.
I mean, if we really gonna be or what's the word for it, Jay? When motherfuckers is OD with the pauses.
Oh, I mean, I just pause, man.
Yeah, if we're really gonna be pause masters or whatever about the situation, jerk chicken in itself is a pause fucking term. Like, at least let me get my chicken jerk. You know what I mean? I didn't say jerk my chicken, my nigga. That would have been pause, my nigga. Come on. 4 pounds says salute to you, fo. And Lorville says pause. They laughing at it. Redemption's laughing. King Soul says play that shit every day for real. Yeah, Jason King says laugh out loud. Damn, I didn't hear that part. Damn, Logic. Well, I'll play it again at the end of the show. How about that? I'll play it again at the end of the show. King Soul says, you look hella young. I mean, I was 10 years ago. So 10 years do a lot to a man. You feel me? But with that being said, everybody take note, especially if you're in your early 20s. You're going to blink. It's going to be 20 years later. So what you do now is going to determine what you're going to do later. So take that jewel with you. You feel me? So whatever you're doing now, make sure it's important because that shit will plant the seed for what you're going to be doing 10 years from now because you're going to blink and it's going to be 10 more years. You feel me? So I feel like in our scenario, our next 10 years look real promising. But go ahead, Steph.
No, I wasn't expecting that bar from that comment. You dropped the jewel on that. I wasn't expecting that.
It's a fact. It's a fact. I actually did a whole workshop on the power of 10 years once at a retreat I hosted in Cali. Like that shit really matters. You feel me? So if you bullshitting right now, you're gonna wake up 10 years later bullshitting. But if you planting seeds of production or whatever it is you do, you know what I'm saying? 10 years later, you're gonna be doing that on a bigger level. You know what I'm saying? So I know me personally, I shot my first film like a year after that, or like right after that. Right after I knew I had what it take to be part of a production. You know what I'm saying? So Joe's is laughing. Twirl Talk Sports says, my girl said they are rude. They are.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean? You go in there for food, and then you can't be rude back. That's the other thing. Like if you try to be rude back, you already know what happens when you be rude back to people serving your food. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Mr. Jones 169 says that's what's up though. Thank you, no doubt. Redemption is laughing still. Twirl Talk says, yo, my girl trying to jump in the stream.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna send y'all the link. Yeah, we can chop it up. And Kelso says, I'm a pause master for sure. And Jason King says, Logic trying to get out of jail with a pass. Man, it's true. Jerk chicken just sounds is a pause term in itself, bro. Jerk chicken, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Redemption says truth. Yeah, man. Yeah, truth. Like, you know, what you do now is going to set the stage for you. Kelso says, I just picked up that bracelet you dropped, good sir. No doubt. Jules, no doubt. So yeah, man, that was the first video I ever was in. It was definitely you know, my first and second video I probably was in was both reggae videos. I think I was in another video of Donnie Artist. But I didn't have a speaking role in that one. I was just like the dude in the back pointing the gun fingers at you, like you know what I mean, doing that shit. You know,
you kind of look like a henchman.
I mean, low key. You know what I'm saying? Low key. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck with my dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, I'm not a goon. I'm not a dumb nigga. You know what I mean? But low key, don't fuck with my guys. You know what I'm saying? All my females, don't fuck with my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So we talking Labor Day shit. We chatting it up. And I guess we're gonna go into some from here. I think we can only go to like some like pop culture type shit, right? So let's go to pop culture. Let me find this article real quick because this shit is real pop culture-ish. And and speaking of pause moments.
Oh my God.
I'm not, you know what? I'm gonna spare the audience. I am not going to show the picture or play the video that was found.
Thank you. It's foul.
It's foul. It's a foul thing. So
Foul.
it's a foul thing going on in the pop culture right now.
Say like that shit's crazy, dog.
So basically, some of you know this song, Whip and Nay Nay. Whip and Nay. Is that the name of the song? And how did you know? You said, "Watch me whip, watch me nay nay." What the kid was talking about? What's his name? Somebody introduced this shit while I pull the article up. Help me out.
Okay, Silento is the name of the artist. He had a real popular song a few years ago called "Whip Nay Nay." All the kids were doing a little dance. It was just a dance song, got real popular, and over the weekend, he's had a really rough weekend.
To say the least.
Yes, I'm guessing you're gonna get to the articles and
yeah, I'm gonna pull up the article, but you can still talk about it.
Okay, the brother was, I think he went to jail, right? Correct?
Yeah, so, he got arrested.
Yeah, he got arrested, threatening women with a hatchet. Threatening women with a hatchet. I think it was a girlfriend or something like that.
He was looking for his ex-girlfriend, and he ran up in some strangers' homes looking for his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, two black.
That's what happened.
With a hatchet, and he was, wilding out there. Arrested him for it, but then at the same time, they exposed some foul shit of him.
All right, so let's get into the let's get into it. So Silento nude picture leaks and set Twitter on fire. That's where it went. So like the homie said at first, you know what I'm saying? He was accused of running up in a woman's home. So I'll just read it. It says on Thursday night, American rapper Silento went viral after Watch Me Whip. After the Watch Me Whip, a rapper was accused of showing up to his ex-girlfriend's home with a ratchet. However, he didn't just go viral for the arrest, but the rapper also became sensationally viral with a meme after an alleged nude photo of him leaked online. The images appeared to show the rapper spreading his legs and showing off his butt. The alleged explicit photo of the rapper has been circulating online and has been seen by millions, even bringing into question his sexuality. So there was a little noise in our background, so I don't know if you heard the last part, but even bringing the video and or picture has people questioning this man's sexuality. So yeah, so the video, I think I was the only one brave enough to watch it. And before we get into that, it was blurred out. It was blurred out, but I seen the picture because it was in the article, but then they took it out of the articles. So it was in the article, then they took it out of the articles, and then I was looking for the picture because I thought I was going to use it on the show, and I ended up finding the video, which also his ass was blurred out in there as well. But I guess since I seen it and I'm not going to show it, I'm going to have to be the one to describe it. Before I do that, I'm going to read the rest of these comments. Lord Lee says, Logic looked like a former Hebrew Israelite. And I wouldn't wear those outfits. You know what I mean? Salute to them, but I wouldn't wear those outfits. And then Mr. Jones 169, excuse me, Mr. Jones 169 said, I miss the Caribbean Day Parade. We all do right now. We all, if you ever been there, we all do. Kelso says men shouldn't whip or nay respectfully. I agree. Bingo.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Jones, go in.
Nah, like when the song first came out, okay, the kids, they were dancing, cool. But I just felt like, yo, something's off with this song, bro. Something is off with this Whip Nay song, but hey, to each his own.
My thing was, go ahead, Steph. Hold on, Steph. My fault. Your mic is on Teddy Riley. Go ahead.
I don't think the song was gay. There's a song called Nay Nay, and then there was another song about whipping. This dude just bit a little bit off of this person, bit a little bit off that person, and put it in one song. It was like 20 different dances in that one song. So it's not like the song ain't gay. He just not creative and stole stuff and put it together in one song. It's a compilation of dance moves.
And he could have wrote that for a female. But anyway, my thing was when I saw adults doing it, is the shit that made it was worse to me. Like watching
those were adult dances.
That shit was some weird ass adult dances. Then you know what I'm saying. But we can go down the rabbit hole of the download shit in our culture. But I don't think we're ready for that today. We taking it light. We taking it light today.
Spreading.
Yeah, we don't want to go down the rabbit hole. But yeah, I agree with Jones. Like the shit was suspect to me. The whole, especially seeing adults do it. Mr. Jones said, "What video?" So, Mr. Jones, the video. All right.
Oh God.
Get to the memes. Get to the memes so people have an understanding what they're looking at.
All right, so we're gonna show some of the memes. This one right here is a pickle with their
and
it says, "So, Salento's news got leaked. Why his ass look like a pickle dude? The pickle dude's lips from SpongeBob."
Pause in porn language, he got rose budded. He rose budded himself.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Rosebud indicates the first time. I don't think this man is a first timer. I think he's a veteran in said action. Anybody, people don't just
virtual rose budding.
All right, so this is a video. This is a video / meme that says niggas in jail when Salento doesn't want to whip and Nene because he's in jail now, right?
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
This other meme says, which one of you motherfuckers put Salento news on my timeline? And they're trying to put the unsee drops in their eyes. So I can't unsee it. I've seen it, but I seen it blurred. All right. I'm gonna just say I seen it blurred. So
homie, Logic. Your homie had his legs up like a baby, getting his pamper changed, all right? He had his legs up like a baby. Yo, my man.
He said getting his pamper changed. But that's exactly how it was, like a baby getting his pamper changed.
But he was wilding himself out.
Yo, so yeah, man. This kid right here, he had his legs propped up.
My fault, Logic. I need an avatar. Yo, this is... I'm crying.
He had his legs propped up, like 5'8" said. It was definitely like a baby getting a pamper change, but the only difference is he had his arm reaching down there, and you could tell he wasn't jerking. You know what I mean? Because obviously jerking is this motion here. You could tell he wasn't jerking. It seemed like he was inserting something. You can't tell because it's blurred, but it seemed like he was inserting something. And the video is on YouTube. There's a guy who put it on YouTube and it didn't get flagged yet. And I
Oh, I just be curious. I'm not even curious. What will possess you to record that?
See, and that's Steph. What made me trip because I thought it was on some extortion type shit. So he's like, "Yo, I don't want to get the money, so I got to wall out."
So yeah, he could come with the hatchet.
Nah, but homie was biting his lip, so he was foul. He did that on his own accord. Yo, that was by choice. Voice.
The nigga was biting his lip, though. The nigga was biting his lip. Yo, this nigga. Yo, this nigga was looking crazy. Oh Lord, yo, let me go to the comments, man. Let me go to the comments. I can't.
Oh shit.
I can't. All right. All right. Oh shit. All right. Redemption says, I remember the song. I think we all do, unfortunately. But now, yeah. So Kelso says, having a hatchet is on deck is nuts. Yeah. I think the whole hatchet thing is crazy. And I think we know why, though, now. It's like we can't fathom crazy. But I think the whole thing is like, especially the fact that he was looking for his lady when he did this, it just makes me feel that she was participating.
She leaked she must have got a hold of it. He like, oh, I don't know what this bitch gonna do. Get the hatchet. I got to kill this bitch. Because if anybody see me, if anybody see this, it's over for me.
Oh shit.
First of all, she had the camera and she recorded it.
I think he sent her the video. I think he sent her the video. You think she recorded it?
I don't know. This is alleged, guys. This is all alleged.
Oh, this is all alleged. You know what I mean? This is all hypothetical. It's all alleged. I think that either she participated in the situation once or twice, and or somehow she got the video, like Steph said. I think all of these are valid assumptions. You know what I mean? Either she got her hands on the video or she was the one who filmed the video, and she definitely could have leaked the video to ruin his career, which will lead him to try to kill her. But he need to kill himself at this point.
Respectfully, his career wasn't exactly thriving.
Right. That song is he needed a re-up because that Nene song is I don't know.
This nigga, yo, who gonna be the first person to make a spoof of that song with this as the subject matter? That's what I want to know. King Soul says, y'all know Steph still doing the Nene bullshit.
Yo,
I don't think Steph would do that dance.
It's kind of played, my guy.
Redemption says, shit, he needs to call 2020 a rap. He's beyond done. That's a fact, yo. That's a fact. That's a fact. Or is it? Because we live in a weird ass society. You know what I'm saying? Will he find a new life in the LGBT world like Raz B did?
I think Lil Nas X will fuck with him.
Lil Nas X, Raz B, Selena.
Hey, them are two niggas who hit number one, and number one money is different, right? But they aren't going to follow up what they just did, right? Their careers will be short lived.
Steph, he has no choice. He has to embrace this shit now. It's out there. He got to embrace it. Him, Raz B.
Hey, from what y'all said, he was embracing it.
Like he took "Go Fuck Yourself" to a whole different.
Yeah, he said, somebody said, go fuck yourself. All right, bet. Love. Oh my God. All right. Lil Vanessa says, so he's basically Lil Murda from P Valley.
Oh God.
I don't know. I don't know who Lil Murda is. Who's Lil Murda? One of y'all know?
Yeah, we gotta elaborate. I haven't heard about him before.
Okay. I haven't watched the show, but from what I can ascertain, because I'm a memeologist, I watch plenty of memes. Lil Murda is a undercover rapper on the show P Valley. It was a show I was going to check out until I was alerted about all the gay stuff that's in there. So I'm like, I'm just cool on it.
Right. All right. Keenan, you gonna say something?
Nah, that was it. If he saying it, if he just confirmed it, some foul shit happened on P Valley, then I'm like, oh, then that makes sense.
All right. Keenan Khan says, didn't see the pic, but they're saying it wasn't him. Okay, well, he better hope it wasn't him, because
hey, that's like R. Kelly in that goddamn video with the damn mask on saying it wasn't him.
Hey, nigga, it was you. Why else did you pull up with a hatchet? Kelso says, nah, son, showing off his butt is foul. Kelso says Bati Montings. Redemption says laugh out loud at Lord Vel. King So says Logic gotta yell. That's right. Speaking of the Hebrew Israelite joke earlier. And let me just say this real quick. You know what I mean? We're not shaming the LGBT community. Let me just put that disclaimer out there. We just think that it's kind of funny how this man outed himself on video while, I don't even know how to phrase it, while blowing his own back out. Let's just say that. Allegedly, because there are people saying it's not him. So you already know. Yeah.
Hey,
Jason,
at least he been practicing jail.
oh shit. Steph said, I ain't say it. Steph said
jail.
Let's play jail. Nigga fucked up. Oh, Jason K said, laugh out loud, saw this shit. Why, God? Why did it? Don't look it up. Fuck that shit. Don't look it up. My eyes, my fucking eyes. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. Don't look it up.
We might not, hey man, we might have to switch subjects sooner than later, man. We ain't gonna get through the show like this, man.
We're not gonna get through this show.
All right. Kelso says, stand up and whip and nay and tell me you look masculine, Steph. Laugh out loud. Pause.
Yeah,
that whole thing was a pause moment. I just want you to realize that. That's cool.
All right. King So says, see, I told you this Stephanie shit. Steph show the combinations. Steph never said he do the dance.
Oh man, that's crazy. Someone it's called Stephon Stephanie. I've been around for 31 years, and this is the first time I heard that. That's real creative.
Remember, King So, the rule has to be funny. 12 Talk Sports says Steph said rough weekend. And Redemption says laugh Matt out loud. Kelso's laughing. Mr. Jones is saying wow. King So says, what the fuck? Steph be acting too familiar about this Bati boy biz.
Oh,
I mean, the dance is it was never a official LGBT dance. It was motherfucking. We just saying it looked suspect. That's what we did. Jason King says Jones saw the diaper rash.
Yeah, it was foul, bro. That was foul.
No one saw the diaper rash. They blur it out. All you can see is the fact that, like nigga said, the nigga legs was in the air, and the picture and or videos were starting to be in like they were in the blogs originally in the news reports, but then they took it out and they just reported on it. I guess that they spared their audience because the audience maybe complained. Like, we're sparing you. We're not showing it to you. We're just talking about it.
Like, pause. I'm sorry. Like, the picture is so foul. Like, the nigga Yada Mean is out. It's inverted, and the shit is foul. That same SpongeBob analogy is exactly what they saying. The picture is foul.
Also, originally, it wasn't blurred out.
It wasn't blurred out. That's what I was like, yo, Logic, I don't think you want to see this picture.
I never saw the unblurred picture. So, Mills Lane says, and I don't think I want to neither. The Mills Lane says the Nene dance was so popular compared to satanic symbolism. Interesting. Redemption Song says J58 got me in tears. And 12 Toe Sports says safe to say no watching him whip and Nene no more. We don't. That's the thing. We don't know. Like he might find a new life and a new audience. I think if he embraces this and him, Raz B, what's the other nigga? Old Town Road, not Lil Nas X. If them niggas embrace the shit, maybe them niggas could do a group project and they'll find new life.
With
Frank Ocean sang on the vocals.
And Frank Ocean, they will find new life. You know what I'm saying? In the LGBT community, but he has to embrace it. There's no way around it now.
He's gonna make a remix called "Whip It Out in Jail."
So,
Keenan says at King So Steph gonna see you one day. And Chico's laughing. Kelso says, nah, son. And Redemption says, oh no, Ja. And Mills Lane says he was acting like Ace Ventura talking. He was acting like Ace Ventura talking with his cheeks.
Oh,
Pause. Yeah, I think.
You know when the backhand and the back of your neck start hurting because you laugh.
I think Mills Lane. I think that's the best analogy we heard so far. He was definitely doing the Ace Ventura impression. Yeah. Kelso says booty bandits. King So says no. Keenan pawns can't see kings, bro. Ever.
Okay. All right. You on your troll shit early on a holiday. Okay, you got time, but guess what? So do I. Nigga, again, it's fuck you. Dog, I don't know you. You're not a real man. You won't give up your real name. And kings usually have something that validates their kingship. You are just a talking head. You are a troller on a YouTube page. Stay in your lane, nigga.
There you go. King So for Mr. Jones, excuse me, I keep saying this shit. Mr. Jones says, how can he fight back with all them other niggas is bucking at him like that? I don't know. Kelso says zesty. And Redemption says, oh my God, just saw the picture on Twitter. Holy shit. Yeah,
how would you go look that up?
It's real. She could do it. Lowerville says, I just saw the video, bro.
No, I'm saying, why would she do that to herself?
Oh, Lowerville in the league says, I just saw the video, bruh, was bussy popping. What the fuck? It's Chico says, millennials are the zesty generation. Can't argue with you there. Kelso says, don't act like Rick James ain't have thigh-high boots and Prince didn't have buns out. Y'all hoopers were booty shorts. Y'all hoopers wore booty shorts, excuse me. Don't come at millennials. It's Chico Jones. I mean, that's a fair point as well. We were just talking about this before we got online. We just said Dr. Dre wore lipstick. Dr. Dre wore, you know what I mean? What?
I can't. Oh my God, I can't help it.
I just read the comment.
12 Toe Sports says, nah, boy had his legs up like Fantastic Max. Mills Lane says that song is solidified as a wedding reception song. And you know what? Our people are so bugged out that it's not going to not still be played.
It's like the cha-cha slide, bro. It's like the Cupid shuffle. It's like the walk it out. It's culture.
It's this generation's cha-cha slide.
But just to wave your hands like that, like as a man, it just won't look right. It hit different. I'm sorry.
12 Toe Sports says, hey, yo, boy, different. And then King So says, yo, he said it's kind of played. Stephon misused the Nene. What the fuck? And it says, Kelso, Rick James would beat your ass. Prince would take your lady respectfully.
Indeed.
I mean, some of these new millennials would shoot you. We were just talking about a rapper by the name of Sha Glizzy. from the DC area who's I mean, obviously the nigga wrist is broke. You know what I'm saying? And he had one of his first big songs was this and Chief Keef, and he talked about shooting your Chief Keef's grandmama in her titty. So you know, some of these dudes that we just had this conversation. Some of them are comfortable with going to jail. Some of them are comfortable with shooting you. You know what I'm saying? And they wrist is broke at the same time. So you know, Lord Vanessa says Lil Murder is a gay rapper messing with trans men in P Valley.
Damn.
Brooklyn Hunter says I'm gonna head out. Chill. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Don't leave. Lord Vel in the league says this is why I don't send nude pics to females. Smart man.
Wait, hold on. I hope this is not the reason you don't send news to females. I hope this ain't the reason.
I think he's saying because it'll get leaked, not because he's pussy popping. I think he's saying because it'll get leaked. You know what I'm saying? 12 Talk says, what will Uncle Murder say at the end of the year? As now that Uncle Murder's doing the new wrap up, I think he's gonna say a lot. I think he's gonna have a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna wait on it.
If the world make it to the end of the year,
I can't wait to make it to the end of this fucking year. Real talk. And Kelso's laughing at Brooklyn Honcho. Kelso says that nigga yada mean. he's quoting J58.
Yo.
And Redemption says his girl leaked it.
That's why he got the ratchet. I mean the hatchet.
He trying to like you really gonna hurt somebody when you got a hatchet. You want to hack at a bitch. That shit is crazy.
Yo, when you feel like everything that your whole reputation is about to be out the window, you about to be exposed, all that other stuff, and this nigga was like, I got to protect my image. You know that people go through a lot to protect a false image.
But his image is too late. It's too late. He has to embrace it now. Kelso says, bitch nigga at King So. King So says, King's the name, boy. Okay. Kalila says, get him, Steph. Well, she didn't say it like that. And Mills Lane says, Little Nas X, Salento, Rasby, Frank Ocean will be the new Backstreet Boys.
Backdoor Boys.
The Backdoor Boys. You know what? That's my point. They have to embrace it, and he can get some bread. If they embrace it, he'll still get money. Will he be able to live with himself is another story.
Rasby still ain't embracing it.
Yes, he did. He went to EDP. He performed at the gay parade.
Oh, he did? Oh man, that's new. Okay, I didn't know that.
It's not that new. That's why people were saying he's gay. But all right. So you're partially right.
Well,
right?
Let me ask you this. Tank, because Tank claims to be straight, but Tank be on a lot of stuff. You say.
So that's my point. Rasby didn't fully embrace it. He performed there, but he claimed he was doing it because he's just that versatile type of thing. He didn't fully embrace it. You're right.
Okay, because Tank is. I think Tank is in denial as well.
So my fault, yo. When Rasby performed at the parade, he called himself Raspberry.
Yeah, no, I don't know about all that. But you might as well.
Because remember, Tank was on lip service with Angela Yee talking about some
you let a nigga suck you off or something like that.
No, if you suck dick once or twice, you know what I'm saying, that don't make you gay.
Yeah, he's definitely in denial. I remember that now that you say that. He definitely said that fuck shit. Lord Vanessa says, I'm not playing that song ever again. It's over.
Damn.
Redemption says emasculating. Redemption also says Chico, no lies detected. And Kelso says young Hefe Holmes. So says Lord Vel used to play that. Shaking my head. That's a no. Keenan says he's no millennial. He's Gen Z. And Brooklyn Honcho says Dr. Dre wore lipstick. Now that pic of him and Snoop makes a lot more sense. His wife out the door. Look forward to the reinvented Dre. You know what? Since you say that, Brooklyn Honcho, I think it's fair that we should probably pull up that picture you talking about. So Snoop and Dre.
Oh, it's on his Instagram. That ain't hard to find.
And picnic. I think they were at a picnic, right? And let's see if we can pull this picture up for you guys. In this picture, we can actually show at picnic in the grass. Let's say that at picnic in the grass. I definitely did want to talk about this picture at one point, and actually it's not pulling up for me. So Steph, if you find it behind the scenes and you can send it to me, I appreciate it. I definitely can't find it for some reason. Oh, I found it. My bad. And yeah, so let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys. It's pretty. It looks crazy, So, but it's not at the same time. It's not
Oh, he took it down.
It's not bussy popping crazy. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh my God.
This is the picture that Snoop and Dre decided to put out and thought it was cool. So because they put it out, we can play it. We can show it. So what you're not seeing is that their feet is kind of touching as well in the picture.
Oh,
I don't think their feet was touching. I remember that picture. Their feet was touching.
But
even with that, that's still in itself. That's real.
he said, "I'm gonna play Martha Stewart real quick." This.
Hey man, respect to the legends in our hip hop community, right? But at the same time, you can't just take pictures like this and expect motherfuckers not to roast you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, this is the picture they took.
Hey, niggas always trying to make something gangster. Nigga, you can't make folk in your legs laying back look gangster. Trying to throw up a West Side. Ain't nothing gangster about that. Snoop, put your goddamn hands down.
Yo, the niggas, this is crazy. To me, the craziest part is that they were disrespecting women, and then they're gonna go ahead and do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all disrespecting women in all the videos. You know what I'm saying? Outside of maybe a couple, and then y'all gonna take a picture like this. That's kind of bugged out, but it is what it is. That's the picture that Brooklyn Honcho was speaking of. He said, "Looks forward to a reinvented Dre."
Rubbing my fault. They was rubbing feet with no socks.
No, they had their Chucks and shoes on. They had the Chuck Taylors on, shit like that. But it seemed they weren't playing footsies. It just seemed like the foots was too close for comfort. Because remember, you see how close they are. You know what I'm saying? So, Kelso says a hatchet is a zesty weapon. Now that I think about it, yeah, I mean, and Keenan Khan says, "Real spill. The children love that song. My daughter was dancing to it earlier this morning." Oh wow, that song not going nowhere.
Listen, all the birthday parties. If you're a DJ worth your salt, you're playing that at children's birthday parties. Oh, let's believe.
Laura Vanelli says, "King So, niggas stay in your lane." Okay, I'm not the one. We got to remember, we're not really next to each other, so we got to take that into consideration. You know what I mean? Got to take what King So says it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? We can joke on each other based on what the things we say. But let's never get too heated here. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't do nothing about it. Until, Corona's over and we start setting up podcasting boxer matches with an opening act of people from the comments, we can't really do shit about these things. So let's just take it with a grain of salt. King So. Jason King says, "I used to play that song and dance around the crib with my daughters, so ain't nothing wrong with playing the song just now. Now I won't be joining the dance." And Redemption says, "Mills, throw Tevin Campbell in the group for good measure."
Nah, that was unwanted.
Listen, Tevin Campbell is a hit maker.
Nobody want an old man out. Allegedly, nobody wants a. Never mind. Fuck it.
I mean, if he's a hit maker, he can make sure that they make the hits. Correct.
But she's talking about Tevin Campbell getting hit in a different way.
No, she said throw him in the group. She said throw him in the group. Make sure that the group is successful. Kelso says, "Hey, yo, pause, nigga, what?" Keenan Khan says, "Mills, laugh out loud. You deserve this wrench." And yeah, I think he's talking about the moderator wrench that on YouTube, the moderator wrench. Redemption Song says, "If Tank's song When We Is Possible is about a dick, I'm done." If Tank's song When We
cause when he make that noise, It sound like somebody. It sound like penetration, don't it? When we,
Oh, I don't know that song, bro.
that shit sound.
I don't know that song.
Oh my God.
King So says, damn, Logic, you put the nigga whole greasy face up to say fuck you to me again, but you can't read my comment? Shaking my head. It's all good. I don't know what comment you refer to. Say it again. I'll read it. As you can tell, I'll still read the comments. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to do the whole back and forth thing. You know what I mean? It's not your show. It's, you know what I mean? We're all here to have fun with each other. You know what I'm saying? So, but if
and then the thing is, it's like, as the show go on, like, I'm going to say some shit that where you can really legit chime in and get your joke off. But this nigga like is going out his way to force jokes that don't fit.
Right. Like you said, you just got to be funny and timely. That's all.
But this a lame nigga. He watching niggas he don't like just so he can say something bad. That's a lame nigga.
I disagree. I think he likes I think he likes the commentary. I think he likes the panel pause. Since we on some real pause shit right now, I think he enjoys the content. I think and part of what he enjoys is talking shit. I don't think he doesn't like you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Mills Lane says redemption song and Keenan, he's laughing. Keenan says Tank used to hang with Jamie Foxx. How you doing? But that where?
I heard some crazy shit about Jamie Foxx, man. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, but we're not gonna be a gossip blog. We just talk about what's out there. You know what I mean? We don't know anything about Jamie Foxx. We just know he loves the party. You know what I mean? Keenan Khan says at redemption, Frank gotta go solo first. Then Tevin Campbell will replace him as the lead. Aha. See, y'all would make good A&Rs and managers and record up in here, record execs. 12 Talk Sports says respectfully, Steph. And Kelso says white pants, good weed, white pants, and good mansion lawn will make you loosen up. I'll give them a pass. All right then. You know, I guess they comfortable in their sexuality. You know what I'm saying? Redemption song says duly noted, Keenan. Laugh out loud. Lord Vanessa says Usher's song Nice and Slow was playing in the background when Snoop and Dre took that. Kelso says podcast boxing would be hilarious. I think it should be some like, you used to have celebrity boxing. I think we should have like podcast boxing. I think, a lot of people like to talk about each other in the podcast community. And I think it would be a lot more entertaining if it led to an actual boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like just people going back and forth with the boxing. And then a nice opener would be dope for like people from the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like people from the comments who beefed with each other, if they can open up, because then there'll be some substance to it. You know what I mean? We wouldn't just be talking shit like that. Just talking shit to people online. Shit is annoying. Shit don't lead to nothing. I don't know how many of you ever out there got caught up in like a Facebook argument and really wanted to pull up on somebody. I know a nigga who did pull up on niggas. You know what I'm saying? From a Facebook argument. This is similar to that. So, if you're never going to really meet somebody, it kind of doesn't mean anything arguing with an actual comment. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think podcast. I think we might start that. What you think, Steph? Should we pioneer it? Should we be the ones to organize that shit here at the union? Should we organize people meeting up the box?
Fight groups, illegal fight groups. Yeah,
not illegal.
That's what it sounds like.
No, legal. Like we can stream it. We can rent out a gym. Let niggas get it off their chest. You know what I'm saying?
If it's cost efficient,
I think that if we set it up, I think people will pay to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So it's always worth paying for a venue if you can flip the ticket. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the world I come from. I like except for this summer. Every summer I usually, since I was 20, I throw a boat ride. I'll pay a few thousand for the boat, and then I'll make more thousands. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we can, flip the tickets, you know what I'm saying? I think it will work. You know what I'm saying? King Soul says Laura Vell. Yes. All right, we're not going there. Hold on. Oh, I just did what he accused me of. I just didn't read his shit. All right, let me read it. Laura Vell, yes, you the one. You said I'm not playing that song ever again. Not me. Fuck out of here. All right. Go back, read his comment. Logic. Maybe I read it wrong. I'm not going back. We're trying to move forward. Redemption says, damn. Chico's still laughing. Jason King says, yeah, but you gotta spread the shit talk. Like dude in the Nene video spread them cheeks.
Oh,
And Jason King says, pause, my bad. I'm going to jail now. King Soul says, thank you, Logic. He's just sensitive as hell. Why is your name Steph Got Jokes if you can't take heat? Lighten up, boy. I think he made a good rule though. Just make sure they funny. You know what I mean? We sharp, everybody here is still sharp and still. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, get your jokes up here and take it to the world. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all he's saying. Just make sure it's funny and timely. That's all. And Lord Vedderly says Tommy Sotomayor would sign up for a boxing match. I don't like to talk about podcasters here, but I'm just gonna say I don't think he would. You know what I'm saying? He's been involved with some controversy with other people who make content, and he called the cops. I'll just say that much. When he was in Harlem, he called the cops when he could have fought. You know what I mean? So
respectfully so.
Yeah, because I guess it wasn't an official boxing match. So you know what I mean? I can't blame him if he wasn't there to fight. But I think podcasters would. This would take it to the next level. We would create more content out of it if people would actually sign up to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Rent a gym out. You know what I mean? Fight. Mills Lane says Logan Paul versus KSI made millions off of. You know what? I remember that. You're right, Mills. You're right. I did. And actually, that was my first time hearing about one of those guys. But I remember that shit did go crazy. They did make millions off of that YouTube boxing beef. You're right. So we wouldn't be the first. But maybe we could be the first people to set it up as an ongoing thing. But you're right. Yeah, you're right. Kelso says, I've seen Facebook arguments turn into death threats quick and fast. That's a fact. And a lot of people died off of Twitter shit too. I remember there was the dude who went on Twitter and YouTube talking about he snuffed the game or something like that. You remember that? He said he punched him in the face.
Yeah.
And then he did interviews about it. And then he was like, they were Twitter beefing. And the next, he ended up dead. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
The dude Stitches?
No, not Stitches. That dude got knocked out when the game saw him in front of a club.
Right.
It was a black dude, it was a brother from California who was, I guess you could say, he was kind of trolling the game. And I'm not saying the game was responsible for what happened to him, but he definitely, after getting into a large Twitter beef with a bunch of people over that situation, he ended up getting killed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and things definitely, the troll shit could get out of hand. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Banger. Him and Troy Ave and them guys got into it with Tag Stone allegedly over, what essentially was Tag Stone talking about him on a podcast a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
listen, I'm not gonna kill this guy. I'm not gonna go looking for this guy. He's just annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like King, what's his name? SO. Like nigga, you're not worth it. I don't know where this nigga at. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point. That's my point. So it should gotta be taken with a grain of salt, because you know what I mean?
Like nigga, if you in Wisconsin, no nigga, I'm not pulling up on you. I'm not.
I ain't going front one time. I ain't going front one time. This nigga got me so heated on Facebook. I asked the nigga address. He was in Texas. And I was like, I like to travel anyway, and this is pre-corona. So I'm like, yo, I'm making your house a pit stop on my fucking on my world tour, nigga. And then I looked up the address. It was the fucking police station. This nigga got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't let niggas get you hot online. Like, you just can't. You know what I mean? Waste of time. Kelso says, I got $25 on it for sure. See, we got our first sale.
Hey, Kelso with the dumb shit though. Kelso
Yo, the whole YouTube universe is with the dumb shit. I applaud us though for not being too far with the dumb shit. We got a nice balance here. I feel like here at the Renters Union, we got a perfect balance. I say perfect balance between fuck shit and information, entertainment, and education. You know what I mean? So Mr. Jones says, I never had that problem where I had to pull up on someone because I was beefing with someone on Facebook. Good. Keep it that way. Keep it that way.
Lord.
Hemp Lord says, checking in. Salute. Spark up for me. Chico says, that would be a good idea. I think so. Kelso says, he's talking about Rosemo. Right. The dude name was Rosemo, and he was beefing with dudes online, and he's beefing with the game, beefing all these people, and then he got killed. You know what I'm saying? Kelso says dude got clapped at McDonald's. Facts, and then he drove into a tree or something like that after getting clapped. You know what I mean? He drove into a tree. King So says, yo, Tommy Sodomizer getting smacked was classic YouTube video for real. Yeah, man. I believe it was some guys from Baltimore, and then my guy Q Butter was there. So and then they made more videos about it. My thing is, just take it to a ring. Just take it to a ring. Kelso says, stop beefing with a dude on permanent crutches. Pay attention. Oh, he says Steph beefing with a dude on permanent crutches. Pay attention. And Keenan Khan says Logan Paul is supposed to fight Nate Robinson as an undercard for the Tyson versus Jones fight. Wow,
that's a real thing. Yeah.
Wow, we was just talking about that too. I wanted to wait closer until the actual fight was coming up, but maybe we can talk about it now. Starting with you, J58. Who you got? Who you got for Tyson versus Jones? Who you got?
If it goes to this, excuse me, if it goes the distance, I'm thinking Roy Jones. If it's an early fight, Tyson.
Steph, who you got?
He didn't really give an answer. But
no, he did. He said if it goes the distance, Roy Jones gonna get it off points. But if Roy Jones can't take a hit nowadays, I think you're saying that Tyson gonna knock his ass out.
Which is just an analysis. It's not an answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
Says Tyson.
No, but I agree. I agree with everything he said. Tyson. I think Tyson gonna get him early. I don't think it's going to go the distance, but like you said, if they do, the favorites definitely Roy Jones.
And not to mention, Mike Tyson smoking a lot of weed nowadays too. Smoking a lot of weed.
Roy Jones still got that light chin. Remember when he went up to heavyweight, he never had a good situation.
Yeah.
Right. See, people be forcing themselves to go to heavyweight, and it's not really, that's not really your lane. You got to know your weight class. He's not good. He's not good heavyweight.
Right? I'm gonna say I'm going for Tyson. I fuck with Roy Jones, but I'm going for Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I think Tyson gonna take it, and I think it's been a long time since Tyson got to knock somebody the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So I think because of that hiatus, he gonna get him with one good shot to the temple. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, I wonder if Tyson gonna want to take it easy on him because they both old. He don't want to hurt that man. But we gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it. We probably do like an after fight show. How about that? We just do an after fight show and we'll talk about what we saw. King So says, I'm everywhere, nigga. You definitely ain't trying to box with the guard. My hands are nice. Okay, that's what's up. Chico's laughing. Mr. Jones goes with Tyson. Kelso says Tyson gone win. I'm gonna put 3 bands on Roy Jones in Vegas. I think he meant Tyson ain't gonna win, but he said, but I'm putting 3 bands on Roy Jones in Vegas. So I don't know which one you really going for. It says Tyson gonna win, but you putting 3 bands on Roy Jones. I don't know if you
my fault, bro. Gambling wise, he feels if he puts the 3 bands on Roy Jones and Roy Jones come out with the victory, that Tyson is the odd favorite.
Okay, I can see that.
Really.
The reason I don't like gambling on sports is because that shit is confusing to me. Because especially with like basketball and all that, it's so many like different things that gotta happen for you to really win. You know what I mean?
Are you white?
They can't, and also you can answer that if you want, but they can't, it's not gonna be like if your team wins. You know what I mean? Like it's more than if your team wins. The team gotta win by a certain amount of points or not lose by it's too much fuck shit with the gambling on sports, you know what I mean? So when I do gamble, I just go to the blackjack table.
My fault. I know whoever put the bet out thinking that the Heat was gonna sweep the Bucks. I know they hurting right now because the Bucks got that victory. God damn.
Mr. Jones says Tyson all day. Kelso says weed helps with cardio. Loyville says Tyson takes the win. Why? Because he's from Brownsville, Brooklyn. Plus, he might bite his ear off at any time. I remember seeing that shit live that day. Not in the. I remember watching it live on television. That was a crazy fight. And Kelsey says, "I'm black as a motherfucker. Why do you ask that?" Laughing out loud.
Yeah, you had the yellow emoji. Niggas always change that emoji color as soon as they can.
If you know how. I know I didn't figure that shit out immediately. But all right, so check this out. Speaking of pop culture, speaking of putting hands on people, speaking of people going after their girlfriends.
Oh, yeah, 1 second.
Copy that. Rihanna admits she and Chris Brown love each other again. And I'm going to go ahead and read this joint, some of it at least, because I think they said enough. And this comes to us from Breakfast Club at iHeart.com. Rihanna just made shocking admission about her feelings for her ex-boyfriend, Chris Brown, during Wednesday's September 2nd episode of Oprah's Super Soul Conversation podcast. The work singer addressed the controversial topic of her relationship with the R&B singer, with whom she was infamously involved in a domestic violence case in February 2009. The incident resulted in Rihanna enduring painful injuries at the hands of Brown, whose reputation would never be the same for years to come. And they quote her saying, "We have been working on our friendship again." They also quote her saying, "Now we're very close friends. We've built up a trust again, and we love each other, and we probably always will. And that's not something we're ever going to change. That's not something you could shut off if you've ever been in love." And so what's your take on this 5-8? And go to you first, sir.
I think they always was going to be together. The industry broke them up.
You think the industry broke them up and not the actual?
Because the whole beat down situation, the alleged beat down, and y'all need to be away from each other. They were young. They really wanted to be together.
So you think if it wasn't for the industry thing that she would have did what a lot of women do, which is stay in that relationship?
Indeed.
Okay, fair enough. Steph?
No, I agree. She was getting a lot of support from women advocates who've been in domestic relationships, and she felt like for her image and as a message to younger women, she felt like she couldn't stay in that relationship. Because even afterward, like, she was secretly sneaking around to have sex with Chris. Like, so you clearly wanted to still be there, but you were just worried about your image. That's what it became about. What Chris Brown did is inexcusable, but it's not uncommon, right? And especially when you're young, because you don't really know how to communicate, express yourself, or like, your anger is, when you're young, anger is usually followed with violence. You see what I'm saying? You can't. It's hard for young people to separate the two. Not giving them excuse, just showing the thought process. Now that's why domestic violence is so high in young relationships. As you get older, it's you don't do it anymore.
Right. And not for nothing, it's not like he shot her in the foot or anything.
I mean, fighting her, beating her up, whatever, it don't matter how you do it, because it can escalate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can go from a little slap to next thing you know,
It definitely can.
There you go. Next thing you know, you running up in the house with a hatchet, like the whip name nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, my take on this is that's their business. But at the same time, it's not a good example. And she does sound like what Steph is, like what you guys are saying, that she probably would have never left. If she could talk all that, once you have love for someone, you can't just turn it off bullshit after getting beat the fuck up. Then, I obviously that they never stopped loving each other, and she probably would have stayed with him. I gotta agree with you guys on that. I know that, I don't know from a woman's point of view, you know what I'm saying? But I know, if like, even from a man's point of view, if I was in a relationship with a woman, if I loved her and then she put hands on me or whatever, I mean, I wouldn't be with her, and I wouldn't give a fuck about her after that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck how much love is there. If you know what I mean? Somebody beat you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you still love them unless you're capable of dealing with that type of shit?
Right.
And so I think you make a valid point.
Now, keep in mind, this is a car ass whooping. So it's not, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a full-on stomping out or no shit like that. I'm pretty sure it was just a couple good licks to the face, but that's a woman and that's a man. So it's going to do damage.
Yeah. In a sense, too, it was, you know, it was a car thing, but then it seemed like it was like if she found my cell phone and
your voice went in and out. You might have to say that again.
Oh, it was in a sense like she found my cell phone and she's pressing me on it. She scratched me up, but then I had to, he did that to her real quick. And then there's money involved. It's millionaires. So shit hit different from a normalcy standpoint to we're rich.
I think
it was. Go ahead.
Nah, good.
I was just saying the rich had a factor, but I think the fame was more impactful. The level of notoriety that both these two people had at such a young age.
I'm gonna say this. I think that if all that money is more of a reason to have thicker skin. How about that? You know what I'm saying? And that fame is more of a reason not to do no dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was real stupid on his part. Even if she started the fight or whatever to engage, he should have just separated himself from then on. But speaking of reinventing himself, the dude still was able to get money even after the fact. So, and that goes to that actually goes to a lot of black women point that they're unprotected and they're not valued, because if motherfuckers could still dance to this nigga music, women could still throw themselves at him knowing that this dude is as young and strong and athletic as he is, could put hands on a woman. Like, let's be real.
So let me ask you this, Logic. Are you suggesting that we throw away our young men when they make mistakes?
I'm suggesting we don't reward bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't recall him ever being truly publicly apologetic. Like, it's motherfuckers that do a lot more to clean up their image for less. You know what I'm saying? So this dude should have opened up a whole domestic violence training, you know, an anti-domestic violence campaign after that shit or something. You feel me? And we didn't need none of that shit to still play this nigga music at the club. You feel me? So I don't think it's about throwing away people. I think it's about holding people responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like, if any other career, if you do some crazy shit, like if you're in corporate America and they don't fire you for doing something racist, at very least they're gonna make you, especially if it went public, you're gonna do some type of racial sensitivity workshop. You know what I'm saying? Like, if in the corporate America, if they feel like sexual harassment is a thing, they're gonna do a sexual harassment workshop. You know what I mean? Like, they should have showed. I mean, look what they did to Snoop Dogg just for calling homegirl the funky dog bitch. They made this dude sit at a table with Jada Pinkett and all of them, and you know what I mean. He had to, and that ain't the first time Snoop Dogg went on some public television station and cried or act remorseful.
I'm about to say he didn't cry, but yeah.
Well, I seen him cry before when I was young on like a talk show talking about he dropped his gang flag and all this shit. So it's like we should have seen more from this dude. You know what I'm saying? We should have seen more from this dude in regards to representation, in regards to being.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He ain't have to apologize for calling that woman a bitch.
That's Snoop. I'm talking about Chris. I'm saying if they could make Snoop apologize as an adult, you know what I mean? That we should have saw some more. Instead of seeing people just defend this dude, we should have seen people we should have seen some type of example for our youth. And this is just my opinion, where he not only admits that shit is wrong, where they kind of like coach him, and you know, he should have put some type of initiative out there, you know what I mean, before people just started breakdancing to this dude music again. That's all I'm saying.
You know what's so foul about it is that the industry wouldn't have let that happen because he was that much value. Like a person like that, these artists, they sign their lives away for about a 20-year contract. And Chris Brown was making too much money for the people, for just to throw him away and make him go independent, and then he end up getting the money independently because he's Chris Brown. The industry didn't want that.
All right.
But as far as what you were saying, right, about him opening up a workshop, you don't find that a bit insensitive or or what's the word I'm looking for?
Could have been in one and or funded it is what I'm saying. I don't think he should have taught the class.
Okay, just hypothetically, because you know, Betty Jo Shelby, the woman who gunned down Terrence Crutcher in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the unarmed man motorist. It was caught on tape. She killed him, got off, and now is training officers how to handle hostile situations. That's not what I want. I don't want Chris Brown teaching seminars on domestic abuse. I don't want that.
We don't want, like I said, I wouldn't want him teaching. I would have wanted to see him fund it and take the class. You see what I'm saying? And then explain publicly what he learned from it. That's what I'm saying. But and not for nothing, I used to give DV classes. You know what I mean? And while we're on domestic violence, you guys should check out Silence Kills, the podcast that comes on this network, our Rant network. Look for Silence Kill, hosted by Shaharia. All right. And she's actually looking for someone for this week's episode who's a perpetrator of violence, and whether they know it or not, willing to come on and speak about their perspective. So she's taking it there. Anyway, so let's go to these comments. Kelso says, I didn't use the black emoji because it spreads colorism. Stay woke.
That brother deep.
And Redemption says, my dumb ass paid for that fight in college. We kept partying though, still bitter. Yeah, I partied that night too, but I wasn't that old. I was actually too young to party, and I still was partying that night. That was a good night, Redemption. Word. The night, speaking of the night, Tyson bit off Holyfield's ear, part of it. Kelso says, get your girl back, Chris. I like that. And Kelso says, Chris Brown told Carucci he was going to the store and ended up courtside with Rihanna at the Lakers game on Christmas Day. Never forget. And Kalila says, oh, Riri missed fighting and fucking. Okay. Redemption says, laugh out loud at Kelso. Laura Velnali says, get the likes up. Kelso says, Rihanna started the fight, by the way. She was grabbing his nuts and shit. Facts. I don't remember being too in tune with how and why that happened, when that did happen, so I don't know if that's facts. I'm going to say allegedly, but my man Kelso says, according to Kelso, Rihanna was grabbing his nuts. Mr. Jones says, I agree. The media got them separated. Yeah, that was a good point. And Kelso says she wasn't innocent in the situation, so it's viewed differently. And then Kelso says, plus they were kids when it happened. And Aki Betta says, nah, we're not doing that. We're not violating Shahari on this channel, bro. This is not, listen, man, you're going on timeout, homie. This is the first time I ever put somebody on timeout. Aki, you be on timeout. And this is not sleazy, Aki. This is Aki Bella. You're on timeout for the next 5 minutes, bro. You got to relax. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. That shit is not funny. Imagine if your sister was stabbed 12 times by a fuck nigga. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Being stabbed 12 times by a fuck nigga is not a joke. All right? We joke about a lot of shit up here. We joke about niggas with their legs in the air. You know what I'm saying? We joke about a lot of shit, but we're not joking about no shit like that. You're real talk. King Soul says, let's keep it 100. Chris B snorting up all the good coke. Riri came through and they were fighting over that last line of coke in the car. Coke head shit. They was just high as hell. Sound just like Lane's and Meg. That was one of our assumptions that maybe they did something that crazy. Like how would you shoot your girlfriend in a car? Like that shit did reek of like some type of drug addict shit. But in this case, it seemed like they would. I mean, I don't know what goes on in their life. I'm not saying they do or do not. Can't confirm or deny. But yeah, man, we don't know why they was fighting. Let me say that. Kelso says Chris Brown spoke in detail about the fight in his documentary. I never watched that documentary, but if anybody want to tell me what he said, I would definitely be listening. So speaking of DV and shit like that, we're gonna go to a little darker story. I know we was just kind of, keeping it light, you know what I'm saying, with the whole holiday, Labor Day chat, but this is one of the stories we didn't get a chance to get at last week. And let me just read this comment right here. Redemption says there's more to that Meg story.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, we definitely know there's definitely more to it. It just somebody to just wig out and shoot somebody in a car. Like that shit just sounds crazy. Or outside the car.
Tori gotta talk.
And I'm not giving him a pass. I'm just saying that there's definitely something crazy about it that we don't know.
Well, you know, I ain't giving him no pass. I just think it is additional information. But again, all that stuff is supposed to be presented in the courtroom. And if you whether you are the defendant or or what's the word I'm looking for, or the prosecutor, like you don't just go openly talking about an open case. You don't.
Right. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna talk about this story. It's a little dark, but this is one of the stories we got to kind of get out the way because it was a leftover from last week. Minnesota man charged with shooting and killing wife after argument about not having enough sex. And this is like one of those stories where you don't know if it's real. Like, is this shit real? You know what I'm saying? But apparently this is real. Comes to us from MSN.com. Minnesota man told police he probably killed his wife after they got into an argument about not having enough sex, according to a criminal complaint. Jason Michael, and I can't pronounce the name after that, is charged with a second-degree murder as well as 2 counts of second-degree murder, attempted murder following shooting incident Sunday night in Bloomington, in which his wife was killed and 2 other people were injured, says the document obtained by the Daily News. Police said in the complaint that he told officers he didn't remember much of what had happened. And hold on, let me just, there we go. He said he didn't remember much of what happened, but stated that he probably killed his wife. Defendant stated that he and his wife would argue about how he did not think they had sex often enough, and they were in a garage arguing about that on Sunday night. The complaint reads, defendant stated he probably went inside and got a gun. And the other 2 shooting victims are neighbors. One who is 12 years old. One who is a 12-year-old girl who was shot in the head, according to police. She and the other neighbor, an adult woman whom officials say was shot multiple times in the leg, were transported to the hospital by family. Police assert the man began shooting at the neighbors as they placed items in a U-Haul vehicle and missed the other family members with the gunfire. The 12-year-old victim is in critical condition and she has not regained consciousness. The complaint said while the adult victim is in serious condition. Officers went to the scene after receiving a report about the gunfire around 11 p.m. They arrived to find a deceased woman who had been shot numerous times in the neck and upper torso, complaint says. He was screaming, throwing items, and discharging firearms in the home basement once police showed up. He told officers that his wife was leaning against her car and swung at him, and he hit her in the collarbone area with 2 shots first. Michael, who is now in custody, told officers that he probably emptied it. When asked how many times he shot his wife, according to the complaint, officials came across multiple guns and hundreds of rounds of ammunition in the home. And this is the sick fuck who did the dumb shit. And let's J58, we'll start with you. What's your thoughts?
He was alleviated. He had something in the system. To blank out like that, a murderous intent, like, I don't know, something, I think it just went down. He killed his wife over sex. You could just went to the strip club and got some yeeks. He just, no blame.
He could have got some what?
He said he could have went to the strip club and got some yeeks. He just said, nah, I'm going to kill my wife. So, yeah.
That's the neighbor. That's the story they got from the neighbor. I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate.
Right.
However, still the case. I believe that was part of the frustration. That's a big part of a marriage. Like people act like it's not a big deal. People act like, oh yeah, it's not about sex. No, sex is a big part of marriage.
Right.
If the sex ain't happening or if it ain't right, that can lead to a lot of frustration in the home. And if they sitting there literally arguing about it to where the neighbors can hear it in the next room, So imagine the next thing that pops up, right? He finds out she ain't fucking him because she fucking somebody else.
Yeah.
Now a gun comes out.
So
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody can, pretty much.
That sounds toxic enough, yeah.
I think that the nigga, I think there's no real reason for it. I think the argument just is the argument, right? I think to say why he did it is because of the argument or what the argument was about is a little misleading. You know what I mean? Which is what the press would do, how they phrased it. Oh, he did it because of you know, he did it because there wasn't no sex. But for real, it's like, yo, nah, you did it because you a stupid ass, you know what I mean? You're a stupid motherfucker. That will kill your wife.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that dude is a jackass, and to say the least. And I hope they don't cut him no slack. I'll say that much. I hope they don't cut him no slack. Real talk.
Impressed.
This white on white crime is out of control. I'm sorry.
Right. There you go. And what you gonna say, Jay?
Prayers to the 12-year-old that's in bad condition too.
Facts. King So says Tory was looking for his coke sack. Meg was hiding it under his nuts, and Lanes reached in and found why she. Okay, come on, my dude. Miss Ravioli says hello, Miss Ravioli. King So with the narrative that Meg is a man. I understand she calls herself a stallion, but we're not gonna come on, man.
He already hit he is pounding it during the quarantine, so
there you go. He ain't find nothing he ain't already know is there. While we on the fucking DV topics, cop wife dies while trapped in what they said sweltering police SUV. And I think they're trying to say this is some type of accident, but I don't know. And I'm gonna play the video and you guys tell me what you think.
A wife and mother died after she was trapped inside her husband's police car. NBC6 reporter Alyssa Hyman is live in Miami Shores to explain how this freak accident happened.
These advertisements on these fucking pages, man. Let me just go ahead and close out this advertisement. Sorry about that, guys.
Known the family for years. Very upsetting, Jackie. The family is understandably very upset and is asking for their privacy during this very difficult time. We did speak to several neighbors in this area who've known the family for years. One neighbor telling us they were very family oriented and that the wife, Clara, loved her kids more than anything. Now, this is what the scene looked like Friday afternoon as Miami-Dade police conducted that death investigation. Today, we got confirmation from the police union that Miami police officer Polino's wife, Clara Polino, died in a horrific accident on Friday at their home off North Miami Avenue in Miami Shores. The union confirmed that Clara got trapped in the back seat of her husband's police-issued SUV and that there's a cage that separates the back seat from the front seat and that there are bars on the windows. Now, according to the union, the door's locked and can only be opened from the outside, and that she was locked in the SUV for several hours in the heat of the day before eventually passing away. Now, we spoke, as I mentioned, to several neighbors in this area who were just in shock over what happened and told us that Clara was a wonderful mother who loved her family and kids.
Horrible. Imagine someone, that happening to someone. So very nice family. They're a very family-oriented family. All of our children were growing up together. She loved her family and her children. And I believe it's just an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, very upsetting for the family and the neighbors out here. Now, the Miami Police Department is in charge of the investigation and so far is calling this an unclassified death investigation. And we did just hear back from Miami Police Department where that officer worked. Miami Police saying they will not be making any comments at this time as it is being investigated by the Miami-Dade Police Department. For now, we are live in Miami Shores. Alyssa Hyman, NBC6 News.
I think is I'm not going to say well known, but I've heard a lot of talk in the past about police officers hitting their women, especially because they can get away with it. I don't know the actual statistics. I'm not in the habit of talking about what I don't know, but I just find this to be suspect, to say the least.
Blue protecting blue, and that man got her out of there, bro. That's what I think. I'm assuming that he got her out of there. That's the easiest way you can get somebody. Like, it's no strangulation. It could look like an accident. She didn't just lock herself in there like that. Oh, so she was clean. There wasn't no cleaning product. She don't know if it was cleaning. She was cleaning out the back of the truck, but why would she do that? She's not a cop.
Right. Like what would be in the back seat that she needs so bad? And you know what I mean? And why the fuck would she be locked inside of the car? You know what I'm saying? But Steph, what's your thoughts? You're on mute. You're on Teddy Riley.
Well, the back doors, they lock automatically in the back of that in the back of a car. Like you can't open it from the inside. There's no way to get out. But for your wife to be gone looking for something in the backseat, like what would be in your backseat is a good question. And what did they say was in her backseat? Because they just said something. Like they didn't say what it was to like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Was she looking for your handcuffs? Y'all was about to get into it? Or you just made that up because that's the story?
They never said. They never said.
Right. So that really, and like to the point you was alluding to earlier, yes, this very common police officers and domestic violence. That is a very common thing. I don't know, maybe it's the aggression, the stress at work that they come and take it home at the wives. I don't know what it is, but that is a trend. I spoke to a friend of mine in newlyweds. Her husband be making threats about putting his hands. Now he's never done it, but he be threatening her, and I'm like, yo, that's not something you play around with.
Right. So are you saying that because he's a cop?
I mean, one, you shouldn't be threatened. You shouldn't be threatening anybody with physical harm, especially your wife, and especially when you're the one supposed to be upholding the law. I think then it becomes even more moral, if you get what I'm saying.
I do. Let me go to the comments, and I might have to lighten this up. The show's getting dark. Right now. We started off. I know, but I'm just trying to get the stories that we lined up since last week. But let me see. Ms. Ravioli says hello to us in Lorville. Hello, Ms. Ravioli. Lorville in the league says, Steph, are you an Uber driver? And Ms. Ravioli, go ahead, Steph.
That is one of my many jobs. Steph done got money all kind of ways, man. I done Uber, I done school bus driver, trash man, bouncer, former rapper, a caterer. I mean, you name it.
Truck driver, caterer, yeah. Gotta get it, man. And people be looking down on that Uber shit. That shit makes bread, and you can actually put that money into your company account. You know what I mean? Yeah. You make way more money than people busting their ass. You know what I'm saying?
I gave it 5 legit days. 5 days. Not the full week, just 5 days. I gave it 5 days. I made a band in 5 days. It's cool.
There you go. And Ms. Ravioli says, many officers are abusers. Some join the force solely to hide behind uniform, in my opinion. Charge his ass, send a message. I agree. Sweet D says, good morning. Good morning, Sweet D. Always good to see you as well. Ms. Ravioli also says, it's not just officers. Add judges, attorneys, court officials. And
Ms. Ravioli dropping jewels this morning. Appreciate you.
No doubt. Jason King and Miss Ravioli, schoolboys in ATL right now. Holla at him. Jason King says, ain't nothing wrong with that dude. I drive Uber from time to time myself. And Louisville says, I was joking. I used to be an Uber driver. I think anybody with a legitimate vehicle and time on their hands got time to make money on their free time. I think that's a pretty common thing. Let me see. Got one more comment that just came in, and it didn't come. Oh, here it is. Sweet D says the whole system is corrupt. I think that's what Ice Cube once said in one of his latest songs, right? But yeah. So I think that he definitely, I think he needs to be investigated, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to be faster about it. I don't think that they need to be on some, oh, we're just gonna see what happens. No, man, lock him up and figure that shit out later.
What a Logic, what about a toxicology report? Think he probably roofied up to make a fall out instead of it being a struggle or something?
I definitely think a toxicology report is in order, because that's a good point. Because he could have made it seem like, oh, she died from that, but he could have put her there, and to put her there, he would have had to have her knocked out first. So I think that's a legitimate thing. Because I mean, think about it: if you're dying, wouldn't you try to be kicking out the windows, screaming for help? Where the fuck is her cell phone? If she could climb in the back, she can't climb back in the front. You know what I mean? It's just too much. There's just too much weird shit about this story. You know what I'm saying? Too much weird shit about this story.
And I'm pretty sure he hipped it to it. Like, yo, you don't go in the back seat of that truck because I'm not going to be able to help you if I'm not there. So, but then at the same time, like, oh, I can get this chick out of here the easiest way, and it could look like an accident.
Yeah, I think he thought he was doing something smart, and like that. Like I like to call people with stupid plans. He sound like a smart, stupid motherfucker. Well, go ahead, Steph.
Yo, she was in that truck for 6 hours. You don't see for 6 hours. You don't like for 6 hours. You don't know where your wife is. You don't pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, where you at?" Then you call her phone to realize that she left her phone on the charger, and then you look outside to see that her car is actually in the yard.
No, it was in a cop car though.
No, so but you know she didn't drive off because her car had to still be there. Logic,
right? Yeah, that's a fact. Yo, it's too weird. It's too weird. It just reeks of murder. And that you make a good point. Like, have you ever even went in a store with your lady in the car and took too long?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or if someone ever did that to you, that shit never ends well.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So 6 hours, nigga. That's crazy. That's crazy. C Dot says, good morning, fellas. Good morning, C Dot. Good morning. King So says, may God bless all you, bless all y'all. All right. Well, God bless you too.
Well,
so
get that.
And Miss Ravioli says, at Sweet D, you are correct. There are multiple cracks and faults within the system. And Miss Ravioli also says there are different levels of smart stupid. Yeah, I call them smart stupid motherfuckers. And we're gonna stick on crime for 2 seconds, but we're gonna lighten up a little bit. It's still a fucked up weird story, but we're gonna just talk about this real quick. Mother adult son charged with incest after his wife catches them having sex. What the fucking fuck? All right, so this story comes to us from Daily News, and it says a Massachusetts woman and her adult son are facing serious jail time after the man's wife caught the two having sex. Court documents show that Cheryl LaVar, 64, and her 43-year-old son, Tony LaVar, have pleaded not guilty to incest last week, were ordered by a judge to stay away from each other after they were released on their own recognizance. And that was reported Monday. Then the article goes on to say, back in May, Tony's wife caught the two having sex at their home in Fitchburg, about 59 miles northwest of Boston. The wife then called 911. Her cousin told authorities, and police responded to their home for a reported disturbance. Both Cheryl and Tony separately told the responding officers that this was their first time and they had sex, and it was consensual, according to the officer's report. The two had different answers, though, when it came to why they had sex. So they quote them saying, I don't know, it just happened. Oh, my God.
Wow. Yo was slam jamming his mom's.
Tony said, explaining he wanted treatment for what had happened, according to the officer's report. Tony's mother, on the other hand, told the officers the pair had became closer over the several last months, and the sex occurred after they started kissing.
Wow. It's been said, like It's
hold on. Let me just read the rest. Hold your thought. The two has subsequently charged with incest, a felony, and issue a summons to appear in court last Thursday. The Lavals have a hearing scheduled for October 27th. If convicted, the pair face up to 20 years in state prison. Go ahead, Jay.
It's been said, like, in a lot of theory panels, like, a dude obsesses over their mother. But in this story, this is totally crazy. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I mean, he won. That's a motherfucker right there.
Yeah, y'all been with the bullshit all morning this morning, dog.
Oh, man.
Morning. Listen.
All right. Yeah, Steph, talk, Steph, talk.
All right, man. I just think it's crazy. Listen. It's crazy story. But just as crazy that these two equally nasty adults are going to jail for 20 years for having sex. It might be a little heavy. It might be a little heavy-handed with this. I mean, this is not normal. Even if it wasn't a law, most people wouldn't do this. Not most. I guarantee about 99.99999% of people would not do this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know why they had to put this in law.
Yo, I knew it. Like, this couldn't have happened in New York. This couldn't have happened in Florida. This had to happen in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Wisconsin. This is some Rhode Island shit. This was pay grade, for real.
Oh man, I don't even know how much. I don't know, man. I feel bad because I asked you guys to speak on it, and I really don't have much to say. But I guess I'm gonna have to. So all right. I feel it's crazy that they try to explain it to the officers. For one, you know what I mean? Like they got stories. Oh, it just happened.
Why would you deny it?
We just started kissing. Like that shit just sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You think they was playing Boys to Men Mama?
Yo, imagine smashing her with Tupac, Dear Mama playing in the background. Or the goddamn Soul Food, from the Soul Food soundtrack. Mama, you know you're the queen of my. It got a whole new meaning. That shit is nasty, yo.
Oh shit.
Now,
all right.
I'm also bring it home to mama.
All
This ain't
right.
the first time this done happened, bro.
All right. So yeah. So I just think it's crazy that they try to rationalize it with the officers.
Now, see what happened was. All right, so check this out. You know how I get. We get a little here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Okay, so boom, right? Look, no, it's not. Okay, this what happened.
Yo, and then they try to rationalize it, right? But at the same time, they're lying because they said this is the first time, nigga. This ain't the first time. You don't just start smashing your mother at 43 years old, my dude. Like, and then you know what I'm saying? Like, not that I know how that go, but my nigga, like,
trying to find your mother's G spot. That shit is crazy.
Oh, no, nigga licking the same wound he came out of. That is banana.
Making your mom squirt, like, that shit is nuts.
Yeah, we're gonna get fucking flagged, man. Yo, Mr. Ravioli, I send you the link to your Instagram. I know you have something you want to say. We need somebody to say something that makes sense because we just going left. We're going left. We're going left.
Don't pull the messages. You know what I'm saying? This is what we've heard. This is.
Oh my God, Miss Ravioli, check your Instagram. Check your Instagram. Or of course, you can call us 213-355-RANT. I'm gonna read the comments now.
You ain't mad at now you coming in. That is crazy.
Oh my God. All right, so King So says, I don't think he ever pounded, bro. Oh no, it's the wrong one. My fault.
Lanes.
All right, so Ms. Ravioli says many. Okay, we read that one, and okay, let's go down a little further. All right, she says there's levels to. All right, we read all these. Redemption says, oh yeah, exactly. Redemption. This is disgusting. And Mike from Boston says that is disgusting to say the least. Sweet D also agrees it's disgusting. C Dot straight up in the morning is throwing up in her mouth. Miss Ravioli says incest is way more common than people believe.
Mm-hmm. Incest is a lot more.
Your whole thing broke up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, try again.
I was just saying, incest. I agree with Miss Ravioli. However, the mom-son thing is not common. That's not common.
Okay. So you mean more like cousins or something or some shit like that would be more common, you probably saying.
Yeah, cousins fucking and shit.
I don't know about none of it, but I don't know about it because I don't know about it. There's nothing I would know about Miss Ravioli. Miss Ravioli, I see you're trying to connect, but it says your devices are not connected. Try again.
Damn.
Mike from Boston says they going to hell. I'm gonna have to agree with you there, Mike from Boston. That is definitely a special spot for them in hell. Jason King said, I told y'all old box be popping. Chill, B. Sweet D says it's a lot if women that treat sons like it's a lot of women that treat their sons like their man, but sex, that's a good point too. There's a lot of weird women that treat their child like their man too. That's weird. Miss Ravioli, you seem to have something you want to say. So go ahead and test your mic.
Hello.
How you doing?
I am managing. How are you?
I'm great, man.
I believe that the mother-child, father-child incest, regardless of the gender of the child, is extremely common. It's just, and to everyone out there that is a victim of that, I sympathize with you because there's no place to go really to talk about that. And it's good that you all are joking about it. At least you're making light of the situation, but it is extremely common. It's extremely common. And a lot of times the adults that I've spoken to, they try to protect their parents because they believe something is going on with their parents, or let's say a father is abusing his daughter, then the father is usually abusing the mother. So the child has this thing in their head where they rationalize everything. So they don't want their mom to be without a home. They don't want the father to get upset with the mom. They don't want the father to hit the mom. They don't want the mother to be put out of the house. So they feel like they have to protect the whole household. It's very common. And I just use that as an example, but it could be a father-son, father-daughter, mother-son, mother-daughter. It's very, very common.
Yeah. All right, well, let me ask you this, and you raise good points. There are a lot of times where you hear stories of like a father abusing the child or whatever in that way. There are that's I've heard stories like that before, right? But at the same time, these are two adults. The mother was 60 something, the son was 40 something. You know what I mean? Like, do you think that's common? Like abuse, that obviously happens, right? Unfortunately, and like my heart goes out to anyone who ever has to put up with anything like that. But do you see two willing, grown ass adults engaging in this type of shit?
Yes, because it's a trauma bond. Does that make sense? And then when you catch, this is my belief, when you catch the child early, they can only look at the good feeling. Like they think, and the good feeling is now attached to shame, especially when people make jokes about it. But I still think people should make jokes about it just to kind of maybe make it feel more comfortable for people to speak out. But yes, like, so the child is ashamed, but the feeling is good.
Hey, Miss
Does
Robbie.
that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it doesn't make sense. It can't feel good. It can't possibly feel good.
Hey,
It's like a knee-jerk reaction. So if you have an orgasm, if a father is doing something so that his child, male or female, is having an orgasm, the orgasm feels good. And you can't stop the orgasm. It's not like the orgasm is going to feel bad, but there's shame attached to it. Does that make sense? The same as the mother.
And then I think we could add geographics to it, because I'm not gonna say this is Boston. I'm not gonna say this is Boston, Massachusetts, but it is Massachusetts. It could be a small town, and you don't.
Happens. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like it's a small town, a small community, and she's probably used to having her husband, the father, and since he's probably not in the life no more, like it's nothing she can go out to. She only thinks she knows it's a small town. I'm not condoning it, but I'm just
say that you're not condoning it again. It's a slippery slope trying to understand it. Say you're condoning it again.
I am not condoning this. It's foul. But it's like it's in Massachusetts, so it's probably in a small town where she don't have access to other men. So it's like, hey, my son. I don't know. Like
I believe, but it happens a lot in metropolitan areas. It's not like it's everywhere.
All
It's
right.
everywhere.
All right. Steph, I believe you have something to say.
Nope. No more of this shit. I'm good on this.
All right. Let me just get through these comments because let's just get through these comments. Let me pull up where we were at. This is horrible.
Wait, I have a question, Steph. Why don't you have anything to say? Because this is the information that you would need to protect your own children, your nieces, your nephews, your everybody around you.
Yeah, but this is about two adults, Miss Ravioli, two old ass adults. He's in his 40s.
I understand, but do you believe it's began in like his 40s? I don't.
I don't believe it began in his 40s. I understand that. I do not believe it began then. But at the same time, for him to, and I get what you're saying, trauma bond, but you gotta just at some point in your life just say, yo, my family's fucked up. I'm moving across the world. I'm getting away from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking nuts. That's nuts.
They shouldn't get the time that they're about to probably get, more or less than anything.
This dude is married. This dude has a whole wife too. But anyway, all right, let's read these comments. Louisville says incest. Were they non-black? I don't know.
That's what I meant to ask. That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't show their pictures, I guess, to protect their identities, but the last names didn't seem too, black or generic white to be passed down to black people, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It seemed like they were some kind of like ethnic European type shit.
What were they?
The last name was something like Laverlie or something like that. Like Lavoi, Lavoie, something like that. Yeah,
Oh, they white, Caucasian, Caucasian, straight from the Caucasus Mountains, Europeans, if you will.
And a quiet taste.
Miss Ravioli says, "Don't say nasty." Why did you say that, Miss Ravioli? Why can't we call this nasty?
Oh, that's what it is.
I'm saying don't say. Use a different word.
Messy.
It's unhealthy.
Toxic. Problem.
Toxic. Yeah, problematic.
Freaky.
I like. I ain't gonna say
Abnormal.
I'm gonna say the word that was said earlier that best describes it, in my opinion. Disgusting. It's fucking disgusting, yo. That is disgusting. This 43-year-old man was aroused enough to penetrate his mother. That's fucking disgusting, yo.
That's like your mom's is making breakfast and you look, damn, mom. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay.
Crazy. That's another word. No.
But if this has been happening and you
know
all
what I'm
are
saying?
you all are men.
I know I was a little boy, but I'm a grown man now, Moms. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I've been in there before.
Been where? Oh, he's saying the dude saying I've been in there before.
I've been there. I know how to make you work. That's crazy.
Yo, that shit is. Nah, man.
You're like, I stretched it out before. Ain't no thing to stretch it out again.
Miss Ravioli, you're supposed to be here to put us back on track.
Okay. First, to all of the victims of these particular types of crimes, I apologize on behalf of all of the parents out there that did not do a great job. Just if you can laugh at the jokes, it will help you get through it. I just believe that it happens way more often, and it happens in African American households as well. I don't think it happens less in African American households. I just don't believe people speak out about it. And it doesn't start at 40. It probably started well beyond the age of 4. It's just now that it is their abnormal normal, or their normal abnormal.
All right. Well put. Well put, Ms. Ravioli. All right.
That's it.
Jason King says, but don't smash your moms. And Brooklyn Honcho says they probably did it to sell it at a porn site. Probably. Hold on.
When you do that, bro, you don't really have to smash your mom. It could just be an older woman and you say it's your mom. You don't actually smash your mom. What does that?
Them niggas, apparently, them motherfuckers, the Lavals. Yeah. Right,
okay, but one of the reasons why you want to be able to identify the signs of toxic people like this, like the mother, and now the adult son, right? Is that what it is? The mother and the son?
It was the mother and the son is 40 something and she was 60 something.
Because what titles do these two people hold, or did these two people hold? Like, were they teachers? Were they coaches?
I don't,
because
it didn't
you know what I'm saying?
It didn't say anything about that, but I don't know what that, how is that relevant? How is that relevant?
Because if you can pick up on the signs of how these people move and the behaviors, then you can pick it up when you send your child to wherever you're sending your child. When your sister is dating whoever your sister is dating. Like, you know how you just said he has a wife. Well, if that's your sister or your cousin or your mom that's now dating for whatever the reason is, now you can pick up on those signs and be like, hey, like, something's not right about him because I can see this, and this. Does that make sense? Because you don't want your sister marrying somebody that's smashing her mom, right? Gentlemen?
Yes, that's correct. We don't want our sisters to be with a man that's slashing their moms. Yes. Okay. Salute to Sleazy Aki for the donation. Salute to Brooklyn Honcho for the donation. I just want to say that sometimes I forget to go at the the donations thing already. Miss Ravioli, she got on the show and said it herself and says it's so frequently common. Lord Velna Lee says he came in the hole and he came out of twice. Chris says, shaking my fucking head. Oh my fucking God. Yo. Kalila says, I'm a whole call center agent and y'all got me laughing out loud. And these folks here, oh my God. Yo, enjoy. Lord Vanderlee says, what happened? What happened? Was she thick as hell, officer? He's saying that when the officer asked him the question, because he definitely explained it to the officer. He said, what had happened was she was thick as hell, officer. And
listen, officer, I just came in the house and she was thicker than frozen oatmeal. Looking like frozen peanut butter.
Oh no. God, Creator, forgive us for this shit.
You see American Pie, officer?
Oh shit. Chris Jones says, I guess this is how some people can keep it in the family. Mr. Jones says that's family ties for you. King So says that's why I hate when chicks be on that daddy shit. I automatically think they was molested by their pops or something.
That is a good point right there, King. So
It is a good point. You know what I mean? Don't call me your daddy. I'm cool off of that as well. That's a good point. Lord Vanderlee says, my only thing is, why did the wife call the cops on them? Why didn't she just leave? Also, why did they smash in the house and not a hotel? This is the thing.
Heat of the moment. Heat of the moment.
This is the thing. You can't rationalize crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't begin to understand where they're coming from, because we would never understand where it is to come from there.
Logic. Imagine the motherfucker renting a hotel room to dig out their moms.
Yo, I just knew he was gonna say some crazy. Yo.
you can rationalize the crazy. That is what you just said is rationalizing the crazy. And again, it is not funny, but you can find that if you do laugh about it, you can heal a lot quicker, because it is so much better to laugh through the pain than it is to not laugh through the pain. So if you are a victim, state that in the comments and laugh with us. They are not laughing at you. They are not laughing at you. As they clear their throats.
Yes, we're not laughing at a victim. Not by a long shot. It's just crazy to think of somebody going to the hotel room, to the hotel, standing at the counter.
It's not crazy. What it is it is unhealthy, and you can say that it's an illness. It is an illness that individuals have not taken the time to research properly, so that a solution can be found, so that the illness is addressed and properly I don't know, just properly addressed.
I think we got it. I think we cool. I think we cool. We're not laughing at any victims, especially child victims. If you're an adult and you're doing this, seek help. Seek help. Go far away from your parents or
Also, if you are an adult, that parent is still preying on the child in you because you're still that parent's child. So it is as if that particular portion of you has never grown up. That portion is still a child. So don't think that because you're a certain age that you should no longer be doing this. It's the same. You just never grew out of it and you didn't have the tools to learn um, what was right and what was wrong. And that's okay.
yeah,
Not the act. Not the act.
not the act.
Not the act.
The fact that you're being preyed on. Bars from
Listen, and every one of you who were not molested in a situation like this, man, y'all, that's one of the blessings you need to be thankful for when you realize how common it is, right? Because I didn't have anybody to molest me or sexualize me at an early age. That didn't happen to me. So that in itself is a blessing. I know it's something that is just something that should be given, but what's always given isn't always what happens. You know what I'm saying? So
right. We're gonna be grateful that we haven't been through that. And once again, we're not laughing at any victims. It's just crazy to think of a grown man would even do
right. Because understand, it's two people going to jail in this situation. Right. So these are now adults and can make decisions for themselves. And this young man continued to go on with this act as an adult. So we making jokes at two criminals. This ain't about people who are in trouble. This ain't about y'all.
All right. Good.
And it's that. The sad thing about it is, God forbid, if they get charged, the mother might not survive in jail. She's gonna die in jail.
Right.
That's 20 years, and she's 60.
Yeah, but she probably deserves it at this point. J.P. King says 60 something nigga. Like I said, old box be popping. Where the gray hair ladies at? Easy is laughing with J58. Says craziest. He says no, Steph. Jason King says I'm dead. Wake up, nigga. Come back to life. King Soul says, did the story say if she was the biological mom? For them to get charged with it, I'm pretty sure that's the biological mom.
Yeah, you can't go to jail for smashing your stepmom.
Yeah. Sleazyaki says, Rant Network will be moving to a exclusive network. This is the too real of a show for YouTube. And you know what? This is actually facts. We're not, saying too much too soon, but this is facts. But we were never gonna leave YouTube, but these episodes, especially season 1, are gonna have to eventually live somewhere else. I don't know if it's going to be able to live on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's Patreon and or what we have set up for the future, there's things in the works. So we'll just say that. Jason King says going to the hotel gives them too much time to think about what they was finna do.
Hey, can you imagine them talking shit to each other? Girl, I'm about to tear you up. I'm about to
No. That's a long drive to the hotel right there. That's a good point, Jason.
Oh, man.
And Jason King says, yo, shut the fuck up. He says, oh, my God, I'm dying. Mr. Jones says, yes, I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing with the moment. Well, he's laughing at the grown guy beating his moms, not any child victim. Let's say that. No child victim. That's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. Let me put my face on the big screen.
That grown person is
Not
still
cool.
a child.
Incest.
Right. He's a grown person. He was a child. It probably happened.
Incest, pedophilia is not cool. Not cool at all. All right. And pedophilia is not funny. Let me just say that. Let me put my face on the screen and say that. All right, J58, you were trying to say something?
Yeah, nah, it's just, yeah, she's right. It's not funny. It's just the whole.
Right. So Mike from Boston says it's paraphilia. I think you meant pedophilia. But once again, this is a grown man we're speaking about. It's a grown
That's
man.
not a grown man, Jah. That is not a grown man. That's just a big child.
I understand the concept of the big child thing and the mental issues and all that, but that's still a grown ass man. He might have mental issues, right? But he's a grown ass man.
No. Mike from Boston is talking about paraphilia, a condition characterized by abominable sexual desires, typically involving extreme or dangerous activities.
Ooh, Mike from Boston with the facts early. Not early, but in the morning. Okay. And we just crossed the 12 o'clock mark. So this went from the morning rant to the rant. All right.
We just rant at this point.
The rant at noon. All right. So Kelso says, what in the freak tales did I just step back into? Yeah, man. Well, yeah. You stepped in some shit just now. Mr. Jones says, yeah, when you're an adult, I'm laughing at you. But if it was a child, I'm not going to be laughing at you.
Right.
Laura Vell says, what happened was she read me a bedtime story. I got turned on, officer, but you're 43. I know, officer. Mike from Boston says, what does the guy say when they ask what you in? What does he say? It says, what did the guy say when they ask him what you in here for? Oh, he's gonna have a hard time. And this is the thing. I know some of our audience actually has experience in jails, and even some of the hosts that come up here have experience in jail. This is the thing about going to jail. They know what you in there for. They don't even have to ask you. That's for the TV shows. What you in here for? That's TV. When you go to jail, they know why the fuck you in there. They know your whole story, especially when your shit is publicized like this.
When you in jail, yes. Prison, maybe not.
Oh, word travels fast in prison. Shit travel. They don't got shit to do but find ways of telling each other what's going on. That's the nigga who fucked his moms right there. That's, you know what I mean? That's why child rapists have it so bad in jail, because they know exactly why you in there as soon as you come in there. You know what I mean?
But listen, it's funny you get mad at a child rapist, so they in prison, then they rape him. And to like, yeah, how does that feel? Like
I think it's because they just looking for an excuse to violate somebody who deserves it. You know what I mean?
Looking for an excuse to do some gay shit they already wanted to do.
Pretty much. Sleazy Aki says, but grown people is hilarious. Laura Vanderlee says, is that what Too Short meant about Freaky Way? No, sir, it's not what Too Short meant. And Sleazy Aki said, it's a holiday, let it ride out. I mean, we're gonna at least give y'all the 3 hours we usually give you sometimes, but we started super late, so it just ran over. And in California, we're still in the morning, so how about that? And Brooklyn Hunter says, Miss Ravioli, why you always make excuses for people? Call a spade a spade.
I am not making excuses for people. I am solely trying to teach everyone how to readily identify a toxic individual, especially those that prey upon children. And I'm saying this did not start when this adult man was 40 something. It did not start there.
It had to start earlier than that. Had to.
That's a fact.
Like at what, like 30?
20.
I'm gonna go with 2.
2? Damn.
2, or it could be newborn.
Or maybe
I'm finding out so many things in my research, like just it starts very, very, very young.
So why didn't he tell the officers, like, hey, she been manipulating me for years?
He could have snitched on his moms. That's true.
He would protect his mom.
It's a wrap for both of them now. Somebody got to stay home and give the other one commissary.
But Miss Ravioli, after, okay, if you
hey, that nigga was talking to the officer like, "Are you sick though, right? Can you blame me? Can you blame a brother?"
Right. But if you taught me like, okay, if I have no choice, I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm a kid. Cool. You violate me since I'm being a kid, but me, I could leave. I could move away from you. I could get away from you, but I'm still hitting the yeeks at 43. It's no excuse for that.
Okay, so
That
look at
nigga
it.
called his mama up for a booty call. That's bananas.
That's not bananas. It's
Imagine
abnormal.
imagine the wife when she found that shit. His wife is traumatized for life, yo. For life, his wife is traumatized, yo.
She may very well be traumatized for life, but she also probably saw a lot of signs, and
Like
I would
when
actually like to reach out to her.
like when they was at the cookout and shit, he kissed her a little bit too. Hey, mom, and kissing his mom's on the lips still and shit like that. And she probably's like, that's a little weird, but that's his mother. Shit like,
Right.
yeah, I see. I see you. Jason King says, inmate, what you in for? Him. I beat up my moms. And then the inmate's like, nah, nigga, you beat your moms. Nigga, fuck out of here. All right, Steezy Aki says, sounds a little too informative. Well, Miss Ravioli does research on these type of things, on abusive behaviors and stuff like that. So Laura Vanelli says, I found out a couple years ago that this lady at church was touching me when I was a baby. Wow. I hope somebody violated her. I hope they violated that lady. And she's probably dead now, but I hope they violated that lady. Jason King says, is that a light tone of gray? I see, Miss Ravioli.
Yo, this dude is a savage.
Yes.
He's a savage.
It's heavy gray. I've had it since I was 12.
Miss Ravioli, I don't think you want to point it out to this man because he's going to follow you on Instagram, I think is what he's trying to say.
He's trying to shoot a shot.
He's trying to shoot a shot. He likes, yeah. Anyway, King Soul says, this is white culture. They don't see nothing wrong with it. To them, that shit is light. They do fall worse in weird shit. For real, for real. All right,
No, it happens in every culture. That is what I'm trying to tell you. It happens in every culture. And to answer your question earlier, why wouldn't he leave as an adult? Like, why wouldn't he get away? Because the way that the
pussy was
brain,
fire.
the what? Oh my God. Okay, the way that the brain works is it's comfortable. So the brain likes to go back to whatever is comfortable, even if it is unhealthy. It's the same thing with domestic violence victims. Like, okay, that person beat you up last night, but you don't want to leave because it's more comfortable. Even if you go to a new place and everything is peaceful, for some reason, your brain is comfortable in that chaotic setting, so you will go back until you can learn that it's toxic and you believe it's toxic. You will continuously go back.
All right, guys. I want to go to the next topic, but I got to read these comments. You know, I have respect for the comments, especially for our day ones who's been with us since we just started, and we're still just starting. So, King Soul says, "Oh, we read that." Muhammad Shakur says, "Lord Vell's story is one of many in our communities. What's worse is he didn't even know he was abused until recently." So it goes to what Miss Ravioli saying. It happens in every community. However, Mike from Boston, who is a white guy, says, King Soul, don't try it until you don't knock it till you try it. Oh, no. Okay, yo, Mike from Boston. Why did you?
Too ironically, everything just coincides because it's Mike from Boston. It's just, oh my God.
Mike from Boston. Why? Why did you perpetrate the stereotype? Anyway, whatever. Mike from Boston, we not trying it, okay? We're not trying that shit. King Soul says, knock what? You know what he meant. Laura Bell says, nah, she alive. She told me to my face, I used to play with you as a baby. I wonder what it looks like now. I just paused.
How does she look, Lord Bell? Was that foul? I'm sorry.
Lord Bell, don't talk to her. She is toxic.
Lord Bell. But all right, so I'm gonna say this. Even though this lady is obviously sick, she's sick. And you're quoting her when you say this. She says, nah, she's alive. She told me I used to play with you as a baby. I wonder what it looks like now.
As a baby.
Wait, are you paraphrasing? Did she say she used to change you and she wondered what was it like a I don't know. I can't make no excuse for her. She said
no.
I'm gonna agree with Miss Ravioli. Stay the far away from this lady. Stay away from this lady. But go ahead.
Hey, nah. You gotta choke her out with it. You gotta make her gag on it, my guy. That's the only way to get her back for your trauma.
That's not his mom's though.
No, that's not his mom. That's why he can do it. That ain't his mom.
Let me say this. No, Lorvell, don't stay far away from this lady. And I'm gonna tell you why. You don't know what the fuck else she's into. You know what I mean? So even if she's like a beautiful, mature, older lady that, you know what I mean, stay away from her because you never know what she's into, and therefore you might even subsequently get wrapped up in some other shit being around her. You know what I mean? If she could say some weird shit like that, yeah, stay away from that.
You're like it's a cesspool.
Yeah. Stay away.
Watch her moves too. You know, she could still be doing that at whatever age she is now.
That's my point. Stay far away from this lady, Lovell. Stay far away from her, yo. You know what I mean? And if you notice that she still be around other kids, you might want to call T.I. You might want to call Snitch, Crime Stop, whatever that shit was.
What's up, man? It's your boy Tip. I come to you to talk about another kind of tip.
Oh my God.
Facts.
That's my favorite line, dog.
You might want to call Crime Stoppers on this bitch, especially if she's around other children, because she ain't just stopped now. This is real talk. Stay far away from this bitch. Far away from her, yo. King Soul said, I said white culture, not white, Miss Ravioli. Okay. And then Muhammad says, that's false. It just started recently happening in other cultures with African people. It started happening when we started interacting with non-blacks. Because Muhammad, you was there. How would you know? How would you really know? I understand I love my people like the next man, but how would you know? How would you know it just started happening, bro? Listen, come on, man. We gotta be realistic. We gotta be objective. You know what I mean?
Man. All this freaky stuff and gay stuff started when we started intermingling with European people. That's documented, man.
And Muhammad says research. Okay. Well, share
research. Some of the research from is it Jay like Nightwolf or something? He's a Native American, and he talked about how the Europeans would come and take the boys out of the family and put them in so-called boarding schools, but they would also be sodomizing the Native Americans, and that's how the Native American that's lighter tone in with their skin and the straight hair, that like he was saying it was all like a plan so that could be the poster child or the new norm for Native Americans. But Native Americans didn't really look like that.
I believe our people were definitely molested, and that shit. We were talking about this before we went on air earlier today. That people that were going through slavery were molested and involved in all types of freaky shit, which eventually even extended to the entertainment community, right? Because the gatekeepers make people do all types of freaky shit to get in, and especially with our people, right? So with that being said, I understand that. But still, when we go past slavery to even further back, I just don't know who will be there to tell the tale that we weren't doing crazy shit back then as well. You know what I mean? I get it. They did crazy shit to us that still happens in our community that, hurt people or whatever. But I mean, how will we know that we never, ever were involved with these things before that? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So how we know? How would we truly know? Maybe we never documented it as they did. They document they shit. We know. We see their statues. There's pedophilia all in the European statues to this day. You know what I mean? Their artwork, their right. You know what I mean? Their artwork, their literature, all types of shit. They document pedophilia and all types of sick shit. But we didn't document it, but we wasn't there. That's all I'm saying. That's my point. But I respect it. He says research. Cool. I respect it. Sleazy Aki says she definitely has freak parties. Sleazy Aki is laughing when Jay said how old she looks. King So says, I don't care what weirdos do. I ain't knock anything. I'm knocking it. And Dolphy says, abuse is sick. Nothing to laugh about. This conversation is informative and necessary, but the jokes on sexual abuse is atrocious. Now, Dolphy, I hope you're still listening. We're laughing at the adult. This nigga was 43, I believe. And he had sex. He got caught by his wife having sex with his 60-something-year-old mother. He was in his 40s having sex with his 60-something-year-old mother. This wasn't a teenager. This wasn't a preteen. This wasn't even somebody in his early 20s. Now,
noted he was married with children.
Exactly.
And he knew this was wrong.
Exactly.
He knew.
Exactly.
And it's not sexual. It's not sexual abuse. He was sexually putting hands on his mother.
They were both, and they told the police. When the police came and the police asked them about it, they told the police it kind of just happened. We were in the mood. You know what I mean? So this is not children we're talking about now. Granted, hold on. Granted, Miss Ravioli's take on it is that he was still a child in the head. You understand? Granted, Miss Ravioli say he's still a child in the head, but this was a whole dude in he's a mid-aged man, family man at that, who told the officers it just happened. We started kissing and got caught by his wife. So that's what we're laughing at. We don't find child abuse funny at all. At all.
And somebody asked the question earlier, why the wife called the police. She probably called the police because the mama was probably hating on her from the jump. The mama probably never liked her. Mom was probably always giving her a hard time, talking about some, yeah, she don't know how to cook, she don't know how to take care of these kids like how I do, just giving her the hardest time, all while she really plotting on her nigga, which was really her nigga, technically, because that's her son.
That's something that definitely gonna happen. Let me go to his comment. King So says he could have been adopted. They sensationalize stories on purpose. It's all in the wording. These news stations be thirsty for a story. That's a good point. That could have happened.
Another reason that the wife
don't go to jail for that.
Another reason that the wife could have called is because she could then pair up actions that she saw possibly with their own children or him interacting with other children, and then it could have put things into perspective. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. So
and also wait with the laughter part. So I know that I have had a lot of breakthroughs with adults via laughter, because for example, if you're telling me, oh, well, he punched me, and you're telling me this for the 6th time. So I might say something like, well, we need to sign you up with the punching bag deal. Like, do you want to be the punching bag, like the spokesperson for the punching bag? Like, if somebody laughs at that, it helps them to open up more in my experience.
And I'm not going to disagree with that. I don't know about that, but I know that you definitely don't want to feel sorry for someone when they're going through something. You never want to come across like, oh, poor you, because and that's coming from a family development background, right? If you come if someone's coming to you for help and you start looking at them like, oh my goodness, poor you, it's almost like you feel defeated for them. Therefore, it's not helping them find the strength within themselves to deal with what they're dealing with. So let me go more to his comments. Lorvell says it's common here in Nashville, but also it happened throughout my life. Older women couldn't keep their hands off of me. I had to get a lot of therapy. Wow. Sorry you had to go through that, bro. I kind of went through one thing when I was like, I want to say 12, 13, where one of my mother's friends with some big ass breasts, but it didn't matter to me at the time. Actually, I was 12. She tried to get me like rub her back, and then she took her shirt off and shit. And I was like, but when I got older, I was like, damn, I ain't take advantage of that. I'm gonna just keep it 100. That's how I felt later when I got older. But when I was that young, I was like, I was shocked. You know what I mean? I was 12, like 11, 12, and I was just really shocked. I definitely wasn't 13. By the time I was 13, I was on some other shit. But I was like, I think it was like 11, 12, and that shit definitely took me for a loop. You know what I'm saying? Definitely took me for a loop. So so I'm sorry you had to go through that, Louisville, and hopefully the therapy did help. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Excore says, Dr. Amos Wilson, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Dr. Von Sertima, Dr. Williams, and other African scholars. Salute to them. You know what I'm saying? But my point is still that we weren't there. So if we didn't document it, it would be nothing to, you know, it wouldn't be anything to refer to know if it happened in African culture. Of course, I would like to believe it didn't happen in African culture, right? But at the same time, we didn't document it like the Europeans document their perversion. And they don't, and the Europeans don't not only document it, they promote it to this day, which that I agree with. That they on some other shit, especially with these statues and the artwork with the baby naked angels and all that weird shit. That shit is disgusting. So that's one thing we can agree on. But at the same time, I'm trying to be objective, and I don't like to talk about what I don't know. And just because someone wrote it in a book, to me, doesn't make it a fact. You know what I mean? So if unless somebody went in a time machine and lived back then, I don't know how much they can tell me about what wasn't documented. You know what I'm saying? Mike from Boston says, officer, please take the guns out of my hand. And Muhammad Extra says, we knew better not to engage and mess with weird shit. Mike from Boston says, damn, you really think we're devils? And Jersey Jen says, he obviously knew there was something wrong with it. He got a whole wife for show or cover. That wife definitely was a cover. If you can fucking, you know what I'm saying? If you can fuck your moms as in mid-age, there's no, like, your wife is definitely a cover. That's a good
Quiet as it's kept, a lot of significant others are covers.
For a lot of different reasons. That's a good point. The RV Production says, the story I never heard until now. I just got on. I was referring to those things I heard when I came in. Well, you never heard us laughing at children. You never heard us laughing at children. And I watched the tape over. You know what I'm saying? The closest we got to even talking about children in the conversation a while before or after we were laughing was when Lord Vell spoke of the lady touching him when he was young. And I think the only joke that was said around then was Steph saying that he should probably pipe her down now. But my take on it was stay far away from that bitch because you don't even know what she's capable of. You know what I'm saying? So, Steph?
How old is Lord Vell?
Lord Vell's probably in like his late 20s.
And she was what?
She's probably, I don't know, but she was in his church.
Because if she was like 12,
it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter though. It wouldn't matter. He was a baby. He said
she was technically a baby too.
No, baby versus teenager or preteen. Hell no. That ain't a baby and nah, man. That's ridiculous. Nah, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong.
No, it's wrong. It's wrong. But it does change the dynamic of it.
Mike from Boston says, just because Europeans did foul shit doesn't mean we all still do it. Yeah, no, it don't. But at the same time, Mike from Boston, when's the last time you seen white people fighting to take them pedophilia ass statues down? I'm yet to see it. I'm yet to see a group of white people say, take this shit off my Catholic church, please.
Yep. I'm
yet to see it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So HB2N says, salute to the Ranters Union. Salute to HB2N. Lord Vell in the League says his mother cooked him a glizzy, then he piped her down with his glizzy. Oh, see, you're gonna get us laughing again. We try not to laugh at the situation. We're trying to be serious before we move on. But that's definitely some fucked up shit they on. Jason King says age honesty doesn't play in when you can age honesty doesn't play in when you consider how he came up. Some dudes can be 30, 40 years old and can't hold a conversation like me. Jason King, you can hold a conversation, man. You're full of jokes, man. Stop it, fam. You got a whole family out there, man. Sleazy Aki says, we don't care about 40-year-old chicks. 40-year-old childhood. 40-year-olds. Childhood, they know better. Okay, I'm saying it wrong. We want me to say it one more time. We don't care about a 40-year-old's childhood. They know better. Yeah, man. Like I just feel like he's of a certain age, and he should definitely know better about it. So me and Miss Ravi have to disagree on this part. I think he's a grown man. He's married. He's in his mid 40s, early 40s or mid 40s or whatever. I think he's a grown man.
And he
What's
wanted.
the difference between a grown man, or just to say a grown human that cannot read because they don't have the knowledge, and a grown human that cannot properly identify a healthy sexual relationship because they do not have the knowledge?
Okay, the difference is, well, first of all, somebody being grown and not reading because they wasn't taught doesn't mean they're stupid or mentally challenged.
I never said that.
But this is my point. That person is still grown as well. Just because he can't read doesn't mean he's a child. Doesn't mean he's not capable of learning to read.
She's saying in the sense of being a child mentally, like.
That's what my point. He's not a child mentally because he never was taught to read. He just wasn't taught to read. If you say he was mentally challenged and couldn't read, or like some people that are autistic or have different disabilities where they have a certain age and they still in their mind are young, you know what I mean? That happens. That's realistic. But if he's not mentally challenged and he's just been going through something since he was a kid, he still grew up. You know what I mean? He still grew up. Yeah, you might have trauma. Yeah, you might have a lot of things going on with you, but you still grew up. You know what I mean?
But as far as reading, he can't do that.
You say he couldn't do it because he don't have the knowledge. I mean, he wasn't taught.
Correct.
Not because he can't learn.
But
I understand. But if no one teaches a healthy sexual relationship, they don't learn either. They don't learn that.
But do you really have to be taught fucking your moms is wrong?
Apparently so, yes. Because the thing is, you don't know how often it happens. You probably believe it doesn't happen that often, but most people don't speak out about it. I'm sure this man wasn't speaking out about it.
They got that song where I believe the songwriter said, "If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right."
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, that wasn't instilled in his mind because we got to blame the parents. But guess what? His parent is who he's taken down. So it's like you got to blame the parents why he didn't learn nothing. But guess what? My parent is who he's in love with. He wants that whole thing back.
Yo, backdooring your wife for your abuser is crazy.
Super crazy. All right, HB2N is laughing. Jason King says, nah, it's all fun and games until her 60-year-old ass pull them teeth out and give you a Gumby. Jason King with the ridiculousness in the afternoon. Jason King says, after that, you want to understand and feel for a nigga. It don't have to be his 60-year-old mother, Jason King. It could be any 60-year-old woman out there. Muhammad says, Lord Vell, thanks for sharing with us. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing with us. Keenan, Logic, check the DM. All right, I'll check it. I think you probably got some information for us. Lord Vell in the league says, facts, Miss Ravioli. If she was messing with her son, then she might be looking at her grandson.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. Mohammed Shakur says, it's interesting that some of us want to be hella objective when it comes to African history, but culture, but we're not supposed to be objective when it comes to non-Black culture. First of all, the subliminal shit is ridiculous. We all know you're talking about me. We just heard what you said earlier. So the subliminal thing is ridiculous. And also you might have to give me an example of when I was not objective when it comes to Black culture. You might have to, to non-Black cultures. Because I just told them, you know what I mean? I just spoke to the whole non-Black culture, the whole Europeans documenting their perversion. You know what I mean? So I think I was very objective. You know what I mean? And if you have anything else to say about it, you can let me know. CZ Aki said, Lord Vell, get her check. Speaking of the woman, and Dolphy Production says, P.S. Ja, the word children, where's that coming from? That wasn't my initial comment. Well, I was saying that because the only thing that we were laughing at was the adult doing that. So that's why I'm saying that, because we didn't think children were funny, right? But at the same time, we thought that the adult thing was funny, but not the children. So when you were speaking about us laughing or not being joke, not being funny, I disagree. I think it's funny that this adult thought he could not only have sex with his mother, get caught by doing it, and then try to rationalize it. They both did try to rationalize it with the police. I think there is a joke to be found in that conversation, and that's why I brought up the children thing. We don't think children getting molested is funny, but we do believe that this story about this adult situation is kind of funny. It's kind of funny to us, yes, but not children. That's why I brought it up. You know what I mean? So Aki Bethler says African tribes been fucking boys for centuries. HB2N says, what tribe messes with little boys? They don't play that in Africa. What are you, gay? And Aki Bethler says, outside the Republic of Congo. Look it up, pussy. And Aki Bethler says, African tribes would drink the piss of boys. It's a fact. Look it up.
That's something that Asians do as well. But they have to be at 12. The urine has to come from boys that are 12 and under.
Okay.
Sounds crazy.
Dolph says he is programmed to incest, period. He is in love romantically with his abuser. He needs professional help to stop if he wants to. We don't think he wants to. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing. Like the way they kind of spoke about it, you know what I mean? With the way they spoke about it with the police officers, it just sounds like they didn't want to. They try to rationalize it, like the officers are going to be like, "Oh, it's okay, we get it." You know what I mean? They try to rationalize it. They really did.
Officer, you know how it is when you with your mama and y'all know y'all have a couple of drinks.
Aki Bella says, "I dare y'all Google Africa tribe that practice pertusite." Anybody want to say that word for me? Anybody know that word?
Perasti.
I don't know what that is. But I'm not Googling that shit right now. I think we went a little deep down a rabbit hole, and just a quick note. This is what Keenan Kong sent me on IG. Evans sex offenders confessed to sex with his mom. Both are arrested. So this is another example of that. And I'm not going to read it, but obviously they also are not of Black and or African descent. And Brooklyn Honcho says, like I said, Miss Ravioli always making excuses. And Muhammad says, HB, thank you, but unfortunately we did learn about misogyny and target our girls via children, brides, and circumcision. Outside of that, weird shit largely non-existent. Magazine says, what in the hell kind of convo did I just walk into? Haha. Magazine, we spoke of a conversation where there was a guy in his mid-40s who had sex with his mother and caught by his wife in Massachusetts, and they both were arrested, and they're facing up to 20 years in jail. Sleazy Aki says, okay, we know Miss Ravioli is heavily informed. HB2N says, Aki Beather, I stand corrected. His head exploded. And Virginia Slim says, y'all see California passed the pedo law? We're going to have to talk about that in a next show. But we definitely going to have to talk about that, because if I want to make sure that that's real and get the facts, you know what I mean? Because sometimes things come out and we need the actual facts. We don't need people just saying it. So I'm not saying that you're doing that, but I'm saying that I didn't research it yet. But when we research it, we're going to go in, because there should not be a law passing that shit. And if there's a law passing it, we need to start a movement to reverse that shit. You know what I'm saying?
This is the thing, Ja. There are already laws and I guess judgments that are happening that actually aid pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I have I told you this, like I have grave concerns that my children were sexually abused by a close family member. And I know when I got to the level of reaching out to Congress members, there was one that had a lot of knowledge about pedophilia. And we went down the line or the list of agencies that I could reach out to. And when I tell you that these different organizations are heavily funded, where child abuse happens, in my opinion, like there are just a lot of different agencies. I don't want to name them,
Right.
but a lot of them are cover ups, in my opinion, so that these things are allowed. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the exact law on the books, but if it's very difficult for you to speak up, and then attorneys are saying, well, you don't want to say that to a judge because you don't have this, and this is substantial evidence, it it allows for these things to happen, and it feels as if the whole system is built to honestly aid pedophilia.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you there, and definitely, you know, we did speak about this, but I'll say publicly, you know what I mean, that I'm sorry that any of that is going on with you. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that not only do you get to the bottom of it, that you find somebody that's willing to help. And I also want to say, like I said to this comment right here, that these organizations that if and which I believe they do exist, because I seen like a TED talk that was floating around where people were trying to rationalize pedophilia. We need to fight back. You know what I mean? We can't allow this shit to become a norm, and definitely not legal. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to fight back. We can't, you know what I'm saying? So it's one thing for us to talk about these things, but we're gonna definitely have to, you know, create collectives, organizations to fight back against this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's definitely a lot of people in power, hence the Epstein situation, right? That are trying to make this shit normalized. You know what I mean? And trying to they want it to be prevalent. You know what I'm saying? And all these children going missing can't be a coincidence.
Exactly.
And plus all the children that, you know, that are becoming stars, you got to worry about them as well, because they got to deal with these older people that's probably predators and pedophiles. And in order to become a star, you might have to, you know, that's another story.
But we spoke about that on the previous show, and I believe we debated on like certain people. I forget who I actually debated on it, but you know, my take on it is Razby probably telling the truth about what happened to B2K. My take on it is that a lot of these people are you know, we spoke about the executive that was putting like feet fetish thing for in the script for children to do. We spoke about the Baby and Wayne situation, which in our community we just spoke about it being, oh, they're gay, but it's not. It's more than gay. It's not a gay thing. He was molesting Wayne in our face, and nobody did anything about it.
He turned them out.
Yeah, but my theory is when Wayne said publicly, oh, the only person I'm kissing is him on 106 in Park, and he was still a child. My theory is that was a cry for help. He was saying, oh, you want to kiss me in private? Well, watch me say it live on this BET in New York City and see if you get away with it. And he did. That's the shit that gets me. He did. Nobody, they sat there on the couch. Ray, Free, and AJ just were like this. Oh, I couldn't have been that host that day. That couldn't have been my show. That couldn't have been my show.
He wasn't under.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
He was an adult.
You sure Wayne was adult on that 106 in Park joint? Because I believe they were. He was a very late teenager.
Wayne had came out. He came out as an artist when he was 15. When he kissed his daddy, he had dropped 500 degrees. He was well within. He was in his 20s.
We're gonna have to do the homework on that. But they also did that music video when he was still a teenager, where he kissed him too. In that music video, at the end of the music video. But my thing is,
what was the
something
video?
about his father. It was a song about his father.
When he said I kissed my daddy, and all
Nah,
that,
it wasn't. He wasn't rapping about it. He was just rapping about his father on some sad shit, and then his real father, I believe.
Oh, you talking about on the Carter one?
I don't remember what album it was. I just know at the very end of the video, he dapped him up and they kiss at the end of the video.
I think that was Lights Out.
Muhammad says it's not just you, Logic. HB2N says Aki Bella is like one though. Aki Bella says one is enough. Muhammad says I don't do subs. It's beneath me. You simply reminded me that enough of us love to be objective when it comes to African history, yet culture generally runs with non-black stuff. HB2N says Aki Betha, you never saw the Why Are You Gay African interview. Lord Vell in the League says I did a video on the California pedo bill, and in the bill it states if the pedo is not 10 years old, if the pedo is not 10 years older than the victim, then they don't have to register them. When we talk about this in more depth, Lord Vell, I'm gonna need you to come on the show since you did a video on it, and we need to have somebody who did a lot of homework on it to talk about it with us. HB2S says facts. Muhammad says not saying you're running with non-black history and culture and made an example on this show. HB2S says damn, I'm sorry, Miss Ravioli. Magazine says Epstein Island was real. All this terror and media craziness is to protect these pedos. They protected Cosby, Weinstein, Roman Polanski. You name the creeper, they covered up for them. They covered for them. And then when they exposed them, in my theory or my opinion, is because that they lost those privileges and or connections. So I feel like when people come out, like when they come out with an Epstein story or something like that, or Roman Polanski, it's only because whoever was protecting them before, they're no longer in cahoots with them. So now it's like, okay, let's out them and get rid of them because they probably know even a lot worse of what's going on behind the scenes. Lord Vell in the League says you can marry a 10-year-old in certain cities and towns in Tennessee. There are some loopholes in the law. Wow.
Elvis.
Lord Vell, we definitely gonna need you on that show. Aki Bella says KRS One 15 and good. That's a real song. Absolutely right. He made a song where he talked about sleeping with a 15-year-old, and the hook was 15 and good or something like that. But I think in the song he say he found out by accident, like or later. But I forget exactly how the story went, but he definitely spoke about it. And that does happen in our communities, and that's an example of it. Muhammad says, Ja, I agree that we have to fight back, but we have to do it in a way where our scholars have documented what to do, which is for us to get back to our original customs. We can get back to our original customs, but law is law, right? So we need the law to be on the side of again being on the side of righteousness against pedos. We don't need, we can get back to our customs all day, you know what I mean? But we don't need the law to be approving this type of shit. Lord Vell in the League says Aki is 13 and good. Wow. And Aki Bethel says, oh no. And Muhammad Extra Course says, Ja, if non-blacks are serious about combating pedophilia, then they got to do what they got to do. We got to leave the humanist shit and focus on our own. I hear you, but we work with, once again, I'm talking about the law, and the law is not exclusive to black folk. So we need the law in general to be on the side of righteousness against the pedophilia thing. You know what I mean? Of course, we can do what we got to do, especially if it happens in your family or what so have you. But we need the law to echo what we say in this scenario. Magazine says, yes, they expose them when they're useless or as part of a ritual. Some say to distract us.
Take away the leverage.
Yeah, and King Soul says, Logic couldn't do a BET 106 in Park, but you made that bomba clot video in the beginning. Nigga, please stop. What I was saying was I couldn't have been the host and watch a child get kissed by a grown man on my show. You know what I mean? There'd have been some furniture moving if I seen a young man get molested in my face. That's what I'm saying. I ain't say I wouldn't have been a host or 106 in Park. And Lorville in the League says, yeah, we have to change these laws so they don't have the right to do what they do.
Yeah.
And Muhammad says, yet the law isn't always in our favor. This is correct. And we'll speak more about that when we speak about that scenario that we've been speaking about via the law. And you know what I'm talking about. the law is definitely not always in our favor, but we don't need the law to favor pedophilia. And speaking of child abductions, pedophilia, etc., here's a warning for women out there. There's a video that my homegirl posted on Instagram, and I'm going to play it for you guys. And they say, Black woman finds tracking device in bras. They're trying to sex traffic our young women. So here's the video, and I want to play this as a precaution. You know, we share information here at the Morning Rant.
She just brought me her bra down here. She just brought it to me. So I'm going to cut it just like the lady did on the video and show y'all what I found. Okay? Because they're trying to sex traffic our young women. And no. Hold on. Hi, Dorita.
Mom.
What, are they in there?
No, he's sitting right in.
Hold on. This she just got this, so I'm about to cut this open and show y'all the tracking device that's in these damn bras because they're trying to sex traffic our young women.
Yeah, because it's not in these.
It's not. Hold on, y'all. We got other bras that she got, and look at it, y'all. I'm opening it up.
Is that it right there?
This is the fucking tracking device. Look at this shit.
Oh my god!
Look at that. Straight out of the bra that she just brought, ladies. That she just brought. Y'all need to check y'all daughter's bras from Pink, not from Victoria's Secrets, but from Pink. Here it is. Share this with you guys. Share this with everybody that you guys know, and let them know to check their daughter's bra for this tracking device. It's numbers on it and everything. It's this shit's real. Oh look, her other bras.
These are old.
These are old.
They say Pink. Look,
and
Pink.
It says Pink. And it's not on them. She just brought this one, and I've seen the video, and I cut it out. So y'all tell me who's crazy. That lady's not crazy, and these are tracking devices. I don't. This look like a fucking camera or something. That I don't know if y'all can see it real good, but bang, there it is.
That black thing.
Yeah, that black thing. It's I don't know, y'all. Y'all check y'all daughter's bras from Pink. I'm just showing y'all what I seen, and this is on her new bra that she just brought. Not any of she got old ones here. They're not on the old ones, but they're on the new ones, and it says Pink on them. So check y'all bras and make sure y'all take them tracking devices out.
These is thin.
These are thinner. Yeah, this was hard. This one was hard.
And these is thin, and they got words on them.
So y'all check them, cause here it is, right here.
Oh my god, I can't sit.
I just wanted to give y'all pre-warning. She just brought me her bra.
All right.
So I'm going to cut it just like the lady did on the video. And
I heard some comments. I read them already. So I'm going to just play this again to make sure that we were accurate. The other thing we heard that was,
show y'all what I found. Okay. Because they're trying to sex traffic our young women. And no. Hold on. Hi, Dorita.
Mom.
What, are they in there?
No, she didn't name her daughter Dorita. I see that people in the comments saying, you telling me Shaquita and Dorita figured out the international sex trafficking ring? 2020 different. No, that's crazy. She named her daughter Dorito, and
the pops is Spanish.
And HB2N says Dorita. No, it was, she said, hold on, Dorita. To the lady, right? Yes, okay. HB2N says, "Oh, she's online, right? She was live. She was talking to her friend named Dorita. Her friend is named Dorita or Dorito."
And if you paid attention, she said, "I'm gonna cut it open just like the lady online." She didn't figure this out. This is something she got from someone else. This is simply just her following instructions, and just to come to find out that it's actually true.
But
I be hoping this shit be fake. But unfortunately, more times than not, it'd be real.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man. I think that shit is. I mean, I haven't, tested the theory out. If any of you have young women out there in your family, and you might want to check it out. You know what I'm saying? Look into it to see if there is a tracking device in their bra. She said the bra comes from Pink. I don't know what Pink is. It might be a store. No, she said
it's a brand from Victoria's Secret.
Okay, so she says a brand from Victoria's Secret. Okay, so yeah, you want to check that out, and you want to see if that shit is real.
And a parade of
yeah, you want to look into that. You want to look into that, and you want to protect your family. You know what I mean? We living in a fucked up society. You know what I mean? We laugh, we joke here, but you know what I'm saying? We care. And we definitely living in a fucked up society. And you definitely want to be on top of that shit. You know what I mean?
Now think about this. Halle Berry is on this no bra path. Did you know that?
No, but I know there's a movement to free the nipple and things like that out there.
And then she also did the movie where like her children got kidnapped.
Correct.
And you know how you can sign up for, like, let's just say you have Pink, you pay with the card, your child pays with the card, and then they use that card online and all that information is consolidated. I don't think that it's far-fetched that you could then see the person or the child that you want and then say, well, I want that girl, and then have someone go get that girl because they went and purchased the bra. And maybe Halle Berry is doing something undercover, like that we just don't know about, while everybody is out here talking about she's crazy.
You know what? If we're gonna go in on conspiracy theories and things of that nature, I'm gonna say this much. When it comes to predictive programming and media, a lot of times the fuck shit that we feel is going on gets exposed via media as well. So it's like it's almost like the same people who perpetrate the crime kind of give you a hint, almost like how criminals want to get caught or how criminals go back to the scene of the crime. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost like they give the hints, but then they still do the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like with the predictive programming and all of that. So I will say that much. HB2N says, thank you for the clarification. Brooklyn Honcho says that's not a tracking device. It's a question mark because we don't know what the fuck that is. Laurel says, seriously, this is America, the land where they don't care about your privacy and will spy on you without your permission.
Facts.
King So says, this probably just a new security device. Women be stealing a lot of lingerie on the low. I don't know, man, because if they have to take that off after they buy it, right? So Muhammad says, y'all have fun, okay? HB2N says, Victoria's Secret definitely a front for some weirdo shit. I mean, the name is kind of weird, Victoria's Secret. So I don't know. But Magazine says they probably chipped us a long time ago.
I'm about to say, Victoria's Secret is actually the name of the wife of the man who actually started the company.
Okay.
When he started the company, just making something for his wife. Then, of course, started selling it. He got the company and sold it. He sold the company a long time ago. He sold the company for $5 million. And of course, today's net worth is in the 100 millions. So,
okay. Mr. Jones says it was another woman on TikTok that did the same thing, was showing a device, tracking device, so they can know about where the bras be at. And Redemption says, still at it? Yeah, we still at it. We went a little over today. I might have to break this one into 2 episodes in the long run. But as you know, this when we do long lives, because of the system that I use, a lot of times only half of the live will register in the beginning, and it'll take a long time for the beginning of the live to be registered or to render rather. So people will probably only see the last 2 hours of this live if they look at the rebroadcast in the next few days. So but yeah, we gave you a holiday episode. We went in and we got to do a little laugh before we get the fuck up out of here. So all boats matter. The Trump boat show. Apparently motherfuckers was drowning out there. So let's see what happens there.
Of boats celebrating their support for President Trump ending in disaster after several vessels sunk in extremely choppy waters. Videos captured a chaotic scene on Texas's Lake Travis. Hundreds of boats flying Trump flags and banners in close proximity in the rough waters. Boats creating a lot of those choppy waves. Eyewitnesses reporting several boats being swamped by waves and sinking as frantic passengers jumped into the water. So far, fortunately, no injuries have been reported, and authorities do not suspect foul play.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking.
So I seen a meme about this. They were saying when the boats were drowning, they were like, me, all boats matter. So I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there, and yeah, we went a little over today. We have fun with it. We definitely got way more stories to talk about. And We will.
Were you sexually abused by a boy?
We will come back tomorrow. That's crazy that a sexual abuse commercial just tried to play from YouTube just now at the end of this show. And so here's some pictures of the Trump supporters. The news captured. I think we should show it. And here we go.
The Travis County Sheriff's Office said they received several calls of boats in distress and that multiple boats were sinking. Authorities said waves and rough water were caused by many boats in the water.
We're in the great outdoors. We got plenty of space. Nobody was crowded together. It was probably the best avenue and venue we could have for a rally.
And thankfully, no one was injured. The Sheriff's Office hasn't confirmed yet how many boats were in danger.
And Magazine says what they're not saying is how incredibly drunk those Jersey Trump supporters are. He blamed it on the Jersey. And Louisville says, what the fuck they watching, Ja? And it was a commercial. And Mr. Jones says, my voice recording be fucking up all the time. So I guess he said something where, we didn't capture everything he said. So, yeah, we had fun. You know what I mean? We had information. You know what I'm saying? We got the perfect balance here at the Morning Rant. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on the matter. I don't think we laughed at anything too inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? I think at the same time, we gave you guys a lot of information. And, I want to thank my co-host, J58 from Straight Up in the Morning, Stephon, StepGotJokes, Miss Ravioli for coming through with the facts. And, yeah. What's up?
Before we get out of here, shout out to Sleazy Aki for the donation, man.
Yeah, shout out to Sleazy Aki. I received your donation as well. And some people say, yo, Ja, play that music video again you were in. You know what I mean? So, I think I'm going to play it again for you guys. Why not? And I might play another music video I was in. See if you can spot me. You know what I'm saying? Remember, the second video I'm going to play, I was just doing the gun fingers. I was just doing that. I was just one of the guys in the background. But, yo, salute to everybody who came and watched with us. Like we're going to play music at the end as always. If you didn't check Straight Up in the Morning out yet, please check Straight Up in the Morning, the show on the Rant Network, which is our weekend morning show. Please check that out. And check out Silence Kills. Check out Silence Kills, the domestic violence show that happens on the Rant Network. Feel free to go there. And we got a lot more work coming for you guys. And Louisville in the league says, gun fingers. I told you Ja was a shotter. And Kalila says, looks like the same chick who cut the wire out of the mask instead it was a 5G wire. Well, I hope it wasn't some bullshit, but I think, you should look into it. If you have daughters or if just check your bras. You never know. It's better safe than sorry. It didn't look like that piece was something that the bra needs. You know what I mean? It didn't look like that piece was something that the bra needs. So check it out at very least. And what you need to do regardless is be safe. Be the fuck safe out there. Magazine says, I think it's funny how fake news tries to shame us during boat accidents and simultaneously make excuses for Antifa murdering us. Is hilarious. You know what? That's a good point. And we have some jokes on Antifa as well that you're going to see tomorrow because we just don't have the time now. But apparently Antifa out there burning themselves up trying to throw Mazel Tov cocktail bomb at people. Steph?
Magazine, who is us?
He's MAGA. That's what hence his name, Magazine. He's a MAGA supporter.
Oh, okay.
So he's saying the people that support the MAGA thing.
So J Doug got his new YouTube page. Okay.
And Kalila says 5G wire to kill us with masks. So yeah, I mean, some conspiracy theories are over the top. I do believe conspiracy theories are important though, because if people can get locked up for conspiracy, we should be able to come up with conspiracy theories when things are happening, in our government and or media or whatever. So I just think sometimes they do go over the top as well. So I agree with you there with the 5G shit is coming to kill us and all that. I think some of that is bullshit. But, where there's smoke, there's fire, and every lie is built on the truth. So it's always good to see where the truth is. So one thing is true, whether that wire thing in the bra is true or not, is that there are women being sex trafficked. And we need to protect our families. We need to protect these women. We need to protect our young babies, boy or girl. You know what I mean? So, and magazine says Trump people have a great sense of humor. Go ahead and make jokes. Ha ha ha. All right, well, that's good. Obviously, you do because you're back. You came back. So anyway, once again, this has been the morning rant. I want to thank my co-hosts again, J58, Stephon Got Jokes, Miss Ravioli, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. And once again, this has been the morning rant. Let me pull up Q Daniyadas. You're the one for me, featuring Mr. Easy. And let me put the quality up before King Soul get to joking. Yeah, let me increase the quality, and yeah, let's get it.
Hold on.
Every time you take me to a Jamaican restaurant, man, there's nobody behind the counter.
Service. Can't get nobody every time we hear you. Restaurant sell food and sell body. We're not even taco. Yo, when we get the cabbage and the corn.
Yeah, let me get.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Yeah, how can I?
Yeah.
Yo, I know this guy, man. You do music, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. You got like a music thing, man. I know it, man. That's Sean Kingston, man. What are you doing? Serving food, Sean? Yeah.
I don't need that bad, babe.
What you need? Chicken. Jerk chicken. Are you calling me a jerk or you want jerk chicken?
Rasta man not dealing chicken.
Yo, easy. Go cook food now, man.
Mr. Easy. Yo, beat on the boards. Alright. Oh yeah. You are the one for me. You know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl. Oh yeah.
Yo, you think that I've had the new king for the gal and the woman when me sing, me sip, me drink, sing. Yeah, ready for your baby. Girl like how you feel, my baby. Gal, you are the real type model with the hot girl figure. Me want it, bang it up, make you shake and shiver, make you get real wet just like a river. Me I go murder that, just call me killer. Hot.
You are the one for me. You know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl.
Yo, my chicken jerks. You having a party back there?
You know, me doing it well. You know the way me do me thing, me have a run a spell. Me have a love where I come from Cali, London, Germany. Then me go to Africa, down to Mali. When me pass through, them say me love it, and them say me love it to be able to think about you daily. You owe me your soul with the body you pay me. It feel good, tell me sincerely. Tell me what you need, tell me your dreams and your wishes. You know my idol, me know eat certain dishes. You know say that them hate me, but me get love from my ladies. All of my ladies bring forth beautiful babies like Susan and Mercedes. Anytime me enter, please remember my birthday, that's on November. Me send for.
You are the one for me. You know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl. Oh yeah.
Hold on, give me your time. Let me tell you how me feel. Let me tell you you're fine. You know me love your shape and me love your design, but bigger than that, and me love it to mine. Girl from your band, winner. You know me love your shape and you know me love your figure, but bigger than that, and me love it to memory. Girl, me love the stories you tell me.
You are the one for me. You know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl. Oh yeah. You are the one for me. You know I want you, baby. Your style, the way you rock again, it drives me crazy. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I gotta let you know, girl. Oh yeah.
And the other screechy down, now we go harder them fin out. The girl them love his swagger, the girl them love his style. We love them when them proper, we want them bonafide. Jamaica where we come from, one love we say every time. Everybody and in the sky, that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Baby girl, pop it and lock it, bring it up and then you drop it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Baby girl, pop it and lock it, bring it up and then you drop it.
Inna the club we rockin', nothing but back up poppin'. Money in our pocket, the bar and what them stock it. Inna the club so crowded like somebody like a chalice. The girl them full up a rhythm, yeah them just a pop a lock it. You know we got some shawties over here, come on and gallus. And you me have to take home baby, cause you are the baddest. Yeah I'm a G. Real gangsta youth we have to stay super free like.
Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Baby girl, pop it and lock it, bring it up and then you drop it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Baby girl, pop it and lock it, bring it up and then you drop it. Harder, we go harder them feel out. My G, oh no, machine is not for show. When Brooklyn them take it out, you know somebody got to go. But we rather see a shawty do a thing up and about. The G them love the flow, the girl them love the flow. Everybody get a drink and just move it on the floor. Like tell them that they can't stop it. To all of the haters them, that's how we rock it like. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Baby girl, pop it and lock it, bring it up and then you drop it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Hey, 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 that's how we rock it. Baby girl, pop it and lock it, bring it up and then you drop it. That's how we rock it.
Someone tell us, my people be rebellious. Them get jealous cause we tell us, so they always try to mill us. Them get jealous cause we tell us, so they always try to mill us. Bust the case and they are street again. Say the enemies them are true and the haters are friend. If they could only comprehend, no man can fight against whosoever God send. Say the pose and manifest and everything that transcend. It a cause problem. Them get jealous cause we sell us, so they always try to mill us. Through the grapevine someone tell us, my people be rebellious. Them get jealous cause we sell us, so they always try to mill us. Tell you from the beginning, ain't no losing, I will be winning. I'm able and I'm winning, I'm building. While some grilling, all these spaces I'm feeling. Thinking about planting, I see while some are meditate killing. Oh, I'm living, alive and well. Break them spell, only time can tell. It a go bringing and them make like a bell. Them get jealous cause cause we zealous, so they always them get jealous, cause we zealous, so they always start to jealous. From where you put up me signs, they stay out. The whole of them get played out, and them can't go straight out. Then them no cross the borderline. Zealous, so they always them get jealous, cause we zealous, so they always start to jealous. Give it up.
Bitch gon' block me on Instagram. Hey yo, gals. Hey fucking bitch gon' block me on Instagram. Talk about your real shit. I don't even know what the bitch was talking about. Bitch just blocked me. I'll take that one, gals. I'll take that one. Yeah. But y'all, man, ain't none of y'all niggas fucking with me, man. Y'all know it. Everybody know it. And if you don't know it, real recognize real. So if you can't see I'm that nigga, what are you? On the palm digging in the dollar bag of Doritos. Had it in the Daria, had every ever dinosaur. Sorry I ain't cold once I crawl in your drawers, but you still on my IG, your ass fat as fuck. So clapping at the group of cops, fuck those fucking fuck y'all, spit it y'all pew. Mutated Zulu warrior on the juice. Cool of his moves, do it in the coupe. Be more accent, I do what I do. You was sipping on the juice, I was ripping at the roof. 4 years later, look oh, you don't hit my line, I'm not fucking with you. Who? I'm back, new and improved. And you come and get the crew bang, zoom to the moon. My new Timberland, sharp shoes. I don't really know the color, but I think that shit blue. Couple YouTubes, think I'm blue. Got dropped from my deal, but at least I saw. Niggas said it's over for me, that shit was funny to me. Yeah, y'all heard nigga first, y'all gotta fuck with me. That shit's Sicilian, shot my nigga Hilly. Told me get revenge like Marcus Aurelius. Jolly G Willigers, I'm black and militant. If it's not nigga shit, I do not feel it shit. Y'all say I'm ignorant, I know I'm brilliant. Smarter than y'all, probably just hit this shit. Smarter than Nicholas Tesla, Albert Einstein, Dr. Robotnik, man. All of them niggas shit. I'm just the shittiest, I'm just the illest. Can try if you might, but you'll never get rid of me. Never, never, ever, ever, forever. I be clever, ever see letting my essence bless your melanin issues. That's just the pepper see. Etches, sketches, Sega Genesis. Tyler Quali, such the etches. Getting off my erection, but syphilis. Been the frustration. I've been through my pistol, my instrument of destruction. The Asian and chaos, I love it. I'm bugging. It's nothing to fuck with. It's either a diss or your face, cause it's nothing. Got a bunch of people on my fuck list. Fuck me, fuck it, just fuck it. It's fuck it. Fuck it. Below already fuck the bitch. I'm supposed to say the script and rules, but I want to fuck. Silence. Fuck everybody, y'all don't need nobody. I'ma do it my way, my nigga. Y'all just we got it. When I started rhyming, shit was only just a hobby. Niggas trying to set a corner and they never know that I be on. Now when niggas trying to show the hoes on my phone, I got it. I'ma finish right now. Gold, my piranha, all fangs like Barack off the top road. Chopping nigga brain like Tatanka. I'm a zeitgeist, a centerfold, Brazil, synthesizer. 11 chain, rocket, flaming lion out the Congo. Anaconda swinging on my thighs, rubber live boys alive. While you missed it with the mind of a cyclone. An autistic bit of Frankenstein that combines all the childish shit delicious and the witches powder styrofoam. Switch it with a little gin and bit of citizens and funny critics. Know that I'm a nigga, but they won't admit it. I'ma kill him in a million ways. It's getting kidding, but it's only one way to die. And I'ma live forever. I will not crumble. I will not crumble. I will not crumble. I will not. I'm gonna rumble. I'm gonna rumble. I'm gonna rumble. I will fly. I will not crumble. I will not crumble. I will not crumble. I will not. I'm gonna rumble. I'm gonna rumble. I'm gonna rumble. I will fly.
Preacher, but there's old boy behind it. It has to be so strong that when people hear it, they can't stray from it. You understand me? Yeah. Because only the truth can't die. You can tell 50 fucking lies different ways. But I guarantee you one thing, the truth, only one way you can tell it. You understand that? I totally understand you, Dad. Alright. So, that's all that wrong. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you too, Pop. Sorry, your city's so freaking cold.
nigga. I'm on fire right now, fuck, nigga. I had the biggest comeback, nigga. Niggas thought it was over with for me, nigga. Y'all tried to count me out, nigga. I ain't forgot about that shit. Y'all niggas think I forgot, nigga. I ain't forgot about none of that shit. So I'm back with a chip on my fucking shoulder, nigga.
Wrote this with my eyes closed, or rose in Moscato. Intuition in the visions flow from out the cosmos. Niggas ask me how I made it, I be dead if I know. I just went with my soul, and the rest just follow. She's a good girl, fuck that bitch, I'd rather deal with dollars. Say no to CashApp, I ain't tricking, bitch, you must be psycho. But I'm prone to lie though, just don't tell all my bros. Ice roll gelato in the Bronto, so I got the sky close. Damn, it's raining, grab my cane and pass my Prada poncho. The boots was leather with the tattoos, those the Randy Macho. Goggles, Ferragamo, condos big as Costco. I popped the rhino, then she swallowed like it's Mr. Sacco. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. Modern life like Rocco, but I still pray to Shango. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gaucho. Rebel outlaw, reckless vato, ghetto desperado. Aim the Draco, eating tacos, take your breath like tacos. Adjacent to Van Gogh, I'm chasing my shadow. The pain is the shackle, embrace it for battle. In the gym for 7 weeks, I feel like Boris Kojo. I mean Cujo with a new hoe, sober watching Kuso. With my old hoe, I forgot I fuck my hoes in duos. Bobo throws in 2 hoes, loopholes out with pool. That piece of coupon for designer, Gucci coat was 2-tone. School old Parasuco, shoot like Tony Kukoc. Bitch, I'm a Samson, no Delilah, put that on my tombstone. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gaucho.